That's primeroofingfl.com.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine, Googans. Go time on a Tuesday morning. It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. We are just checking them off the list. College baseball season over. Check. NHL Stanley Cup playoffs over. Check. NFL off-season minicamps over. Check. NBA season? Check. Check. The Panthers are hoisting the cup this morning. So opposite. And this happens oftentimes when it's down to the, do or die championship matchup. It gets defensive. That's how you can tell if a hockey team is playing harder. A hockey team that gave up 8 goals 3 games ago gave up 1 last night. I think that says it all. Did suddenly one squad become 7 goals less proficient? I mean, Edmonton has just been peppering the net for the last 3 games after falling behind 3-0 in the series. And last night when it mattered, at home, Florida holds on. Man, there's nothing like that flurry at the end of a hockey game. I mean, the outright desperation when they are just firing at the goalie. But Edmonton cannot get one to go in. They had some opportunities late. We had I don't like when they do this. I mean, you got to overwhelm me. And I believe in the last 2 games, Connor McDavid didn't have a point. Is that accurate? I believe Connor McDavid of the Oilers, best player in the league, 3-time MVP, and was the story of the play. Now, I will say this. I believe the Conn Smythe Trophy goes to the MVP of the playoffs. It's not just the finals. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah,
okay.
It goes for the playoffs.
Makes a little bit more sense, but I got a problem giving the MVP of the playoffs to a guy who didn't win.
The losing team.
Yeah, I mean, and he may be the best, but sorry, you lose that when your team doesn't win. And he had opportunities last night. McDavid, I watched the third period. I couldn't fall asleep last night. I was up to the end. Watched the end of the baseball, more on that in a second. Watched the end of the Braves, more on that in a second. And watched the end of the hockey, which, finished a good 45 minutes past those other 2 things I just mentioned. But Edmonton had their chances last night, but Florida wins for the first time. First time that they've won a Stanley Cup. It was a great atmosphere. They were fired up down there yesterday before home ice meant all the difference. And there were opportunities for both teams, really. But it's an oddity for sure. I think it's only happened like of late, like once in the last 50 years, maybe. Let's see. Connor McDavid did win a trophy, even though it wasn't the Cup. Conn Smythe Trophy as the most valuable player in the 2024 postseason. 6th player in NHL history to win the playoff MVP from a team that lost the Stanley Cup final. And by the way, it's always been a goaltender. Except for one other time, it's always been a goaltender. And yeah, the last time this happened, we got jiggy with it with the Anaheim Ducks. Remember that guy, Jean-Sebastien Giguère? That was back in 2003. That's the last time a loser in the Stanley Cup Finals was the MVP of the overall playoffs. And the only other, is it a position player in hockey? Skater in hockey? Reggie Leach of the 76 Flyers. But it's only happened 6 times. It happened in 1966, 1968, 1987, 2003. Those were all goalies. And in 1976, another MVP who advanced from the non-title team. But again, I promise you this. Connor McDavid will go home, use it as a doorstop. It's that Stanley Cup that you want. And Canada is in 0. Long streak now of futility continues for our neighbors north of the border. They can't win a Stanley Cup. Canada can't claim one. And look what's happening, too. Like, if you're a staunch, tried and true old-timer, and you're up in Canada, you're just chugging maple syrup this morning. You mainline that stuff. It's not just that Canada can't win a cup. Look who's winning them, man. Look who's won cups. Las Vegas, Tampa Bay, Miami, the Carolina Hurricane. Not exactly a Frozen Four. I'm sure our Canadians can, appreciate when the St. Louis Blues in a long streak of futility, or, the Boston Bruins, or, the Flyers, the Red Wings, or any of those old school. I'm sure it goes down a little easier. But when you got Tampa Bay and Florida winning hockey, doesn't seem fair. Like you're up in Manitoba somewhere, you say, it's not fair, They get the sunshine, they get the beach, and they get the Stanley Cup, Yes, they do. Baseball goes to the Tennessee Volunteers. So Mr. 10 will be incorrigible this morning. Let me log on to the text line. Not there yet. Probably sleeping off. He may have gotten back into the crowd last night. It's been a while. But he may have gotten back into it as the Vols jump ahead, hold on down the stretch. It looked closer than it was. Never felt super threatened if you were a Tennessee fan. Texas A&M cut it to 1 in the 9th inning, but they did it just kind of punching Judy and moving base runners along, some wild pitches and a balk, and so there you go. It was all Tennessee and all SEC, and the Vols have a championship. It's something other than women's hoops or track and field. Never been to a Final Four? They didn't crack that this year, did they? I know they've come close last year. They've never even – did Tennessee go – they didn't go to the Final Four. They've never been to a Final Four in basketball, which is amazing. They've won a natty in football. It's all the way back in 1998. So, 26 years ago, but now a baseball title. And again, what this is or what this emphasizes is, gosh, a seeming SEC stranglehold, not just on football now, but on baseball, Gibby. Safe to say SEC has put college football, for the most part, in a freaking hammerlock. I mean, I know Michigan won last year, and I know Ohio State has won one, but let's be honest. It's Georgia, it's Alabama, it's been LSU, Florida, Auburn, Tennessee. We're going way back. I mean, the SEC has made a mockery of the college football playoff for the most part. Granted, Michigan is celebrating a title as your current title holder, but, again, it's been the Alabama-Georgia show. LSU is sprinkled in there. The Gators have been now 15 years, but the Gators are sprinkled in there. Other teams are sprinkled in there. They have certainly owned it. How about the college baseball now? You ready? 2024 Tennessee beat an SEC team, Texas A&M in the final. Last year, LSU beat an SEC team, Florida, in the final. 2022, Ole Miss, your College World Series champions, beat what will soon be an SEC team in the final, Oklahoma. 2021, Mississippi State beat an SEC team, Vanderbilt, in the final. No 2020 due to COVID. 2019, Vanderbilt won the College World Series. 2018, Arkansas of the SEC lost in the College World Series. 2017, Florida from the SEC beat LSU from the SEC. The SEC has had one of the two teams in the College World Series finale in each of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, each of the last 7 events. They've had both teams in 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, 5 of them. 2016, by the way, was Coastal Carolina over Arizona, but here we go again. 2015, Virginia beats Vandy of the SEC. 2014, Vandy wins from the SEC. 2013, UCLA beats Mississippi State from the SEC. 2012, Arizona beats South Carolina from the SEC. 2011, South Carolina from the SEC beats Florida from the SEC. 2010, South Carolina from the SEC wins it all. 2009, LSU of the SEC wins it all. 2008, Fresno beat Georgia of the SEC. Do we see a pattern here, gang? A pattern emphasized by this quick research project. In the last 15 years, my goodness, there's been 30 matchups in the College World Series, about 23 of them, 24 of them have involved at least, there's been 24 SEC teams in those 30 meetings. All right, let's go back. 1, 2, 3. I'm having fun here. Fun with numbers on it. Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, we'll go back 15, even though I can go back 2 more previous to that and find SEC teams there. So 15, that's 30 College World Series finales. I'm going to count Texas and Oklahoma in the SEC because that's where we are moving forward, even though they're not in there now. So you know what? I'll do a solid, and I won't even include them. Let's just include the factors that were in play in that particular season. So in those 30 teams, 15 matchups, non-SEC teams to be in the College World Series final, just to be there, not to win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 19 of the 30 teams in the finale have been SEC teams. And the SEC has won, in those 15 years, they've won, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've won 10 of the 15 overall. And that does stretch of dominance continues last night. Here's Mr. 10. That's exciting. There you go. Rick Barnes. And I see, you know what Josh Heupel does every offseason? He eats the state of Mississippi. And once he goes through that next year in the offseason, he'll find another border state. Maybe he'll just eat the state of Arkansas. Heupel looks huge. I got all 3 coaches there hanging out together. That's great, Mr. Tim. Blow that up and put it on your ceiling. The Braves lose last night. Golly, it was hard to watch. You watch the game last night, Gibby, or did you go to bed before it was over?
I did go to bed, but I saw a little bit of it.
Well,
I didn't see the end.
Yeah, we're down. The Braves are down late. They're down 3 runs. I was 4-1. Albies is up in the 8th, and he just rockets one to the wall. Dude catches it on the wall, so that's disappointing. Then you go to the 9th, and the Braves are piecing together an inning. They're cobbling together runs. Ultimately, they get a couple in. They've got first and second and 2 outs. And, we got some serious personnel issues right now at the bottom of the lineup. It is an abject joke, some of these cats that they send. You know who I'm about ready to shoot to the moon, by the way? Arcia.
Yeah.
I can't shoot that guy to a distant planet far enough. Go find me a double-A shortstop and bring him up. I can't take another day of Orlando Arcia. He was finally pinch hit for last night in the 9-hole. This is the all-star starter last year, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, he's good defensively, but the bat is just not good enough. I'm looking at, let's see, over the last 2 weeks, Arcia is batting 114. This week, he's batting 053. He's 1 for 19 this week, Arcia.
Yeah, for sure. The umps didn't help. I thought that Stitker should have thrown a challenge in here or there over the course of the day. The ump show is just out of control in Major League Baseball. But it was a tough one last night. The Braves just gotta those are so. Even in the 9th, they got the bases loaded. They're down, I believe, 2, and d'Arnaud pinch hitting. d'Arnaud rifles one into the gap in right where the center fielder ultimately ran it down. They got in the run to make it 4-3, and but then you get to the end of the game, and because the injury situation is so foul right now, it's just gross, man. But it's been a long time. It's been a long time since you've looked at Braves box scores. One of the real driving forces of what the Braves have been the last 2 years, it's that production at the bottom of the lineup, right? You've seen those stats. Like last year, the Braves 7, 8, and 9 hitters outproduced more than half the Major League's 2, 3, and 4 hitters. It was just stupid. Like the OPS of the Braves bottom of the lineup was as good as most teams' meat of the order. Okay, that's not true this year. When you got to pinch hit Zach Short, you suck. All right? When you got to pinch hit Zach Short, you're terrible. And when the last out of the game is with the bat on the shoulder of a 125 hitter, you're not the same old Braves you've been. And after you go, by the way, Kelnick is not quite Acuna. Kelnick was batting ninth maybe a month ago. He's your leadoff hitter now because of injuries to Michael Harris, Acuna, and others. So you go Kelnick, Albies, Ozuna, Olsen, Riley, and then the ever-struggling Sean Murphy, the trade that got away. You know, you got Contreras just ripping the league a new one for the Brewers, and this cat Murphy is his middle initial. I don't know if maybe it's Octavius. Should be 0. Should be an O in his middle name because Sean O for Murphy, another O for 3 last night. Adam Duvall hasn't done anything. He's hitting 170. But these are the bottom 3, okay, in the lineup last night. And then when you bring somebody in to either run or hit for them, they're not much better. Ramon Laureano. Yeah, that's your 7-hole hitter for the Atlanta Braves. And by the way, I'm not talking about one day of rest. He will be again today. But the Braves right fielder is hitting now a not-so-robust 186 after last night's effort. So congrats. Big night for you. You went 1 for 4. It's 250. Raise that average up. Then this joker in left field that we're playing, Forrest Wall. I mean, at least he's not in the hundreds somewhere. But again, among the list of players that won't scare the opponent deep in a game, Forrest Wall. Then I got my boy Arcia, who is just god-awful. Arcia's got an OPS right now. You ready for this? 586. You know who else could have a 586 OPS if they just went up and watched 6 pitches every at-bat? You and me. And then when they pinch hit for Arcia last night, they went to the completely unintimidating Zach Short. Zach Short, the perfect final or last name for this prospect, Zach Short, because he's always short on success. Hitting 125 this year and a strikeout victim to end the game with the potential tying run on first. Or on second, rather, and the potential go-ahead run on first. So that's what it is when the Braves lose. They absolutely have to have Acuna, Olsen, Riley, and Albies playing like all-stars, and really they're not. Acuna has. Not Acuna, Ozuna. Ozuna has pretty much all year. But with Michael Harris out, and by the way, nothing else coming. You got to get a trade. You got to do something. And by the way, one other further aside, if you see the Braves involved in trade scenarios, you know what it is every time? Every time. You know what it is? When the Braves are in the rumor mill, in the hot stove league, do you know what it is every time? A pitcher. A pitcher. I've seen very few trade speculations that bring a position player, a bat, an outfielder to the Braves. It's always a pitcher. Every time. Whether it's, you know, the prospect from Miami, the White Sox. It's always a pitcher. It's never a guy who's going to go up with 2 outs in the ninth and not feebly strike out like you just called him up from the American Legion in Kingsport, Virginia. This joker last night, this Zach Short cat, should be on a short trip to Single A, never to wear a Braves uniform again. And it's distressing that Zach Short is, I don't care if it's June. I don't care. There's 162, they all count. Zach Short should be designated for assignment today. He shouldn't be on the team. And if you can't find a single A ball player who can put the bat on the ball, then go with one less players on the roster for Pete's sake. This is a joke, man. The Laureanos and Shorts and Walls of the world, what are we doing?
I mean, Laureano's been designated for assignment by 2 different teams recently, the A's and the Cleveland Guardians.
The Braves are always they're not afraid to reclaim. Like, they've had some successful reclamation projects. In fairness, most of them come on the pitching side of the equation. But we're in mid-June. Snitker continues to talk about staying in a division race. I can't have Laureano, Wall, and Short ending a game in St. Louis. I can't have it. So knock it off. And the Double-A, make a move or two. I've spared you from a lot of intense, deep, thick Braves rants this year, especially considering that they struggled by a Brave standard. You just got a good one there. You're welcome. Like I've said this before, I am not a prude, man. I grew up on the mean streets. I've been playing ball my whole life. I've heard more. I could fill a volume of encyclopedias with every incident of cursing that I've heard or the F-bomb being dropped in its, normally, almost all the time exclusively, if there is an appropriate place for one, most of the time it's down in the mud struggling, right? If you're in a professional, I've said this before, you can believe me or not believe me, and then wear the results. If you're in a professional environment, and you're casually using F-bombs, I still think we're in a state of society where it doesn't reflect well on you. Maybe not all situations, and it's not even necessarily judgment from a standpoint of being judged. But as to using good judgment, I just don't think you do it in a professional situation when you have to debase yourself to drop it in casual F-bombs. You're not a tough guy. This isn't some innovative word. What you've done is you've taken a professional highbrow event and you've turned it into a just missed the 9-ball in a pool hall. Ladies and gentlemen, the head coach of the Lakers, J.J. Redick, when we come back on the other side. Up and rolling. It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday, 641-1010. That's phone number. That's also the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. You can get us via the email at thedrill@1010xl.com right here on 1010 AM, 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Summer on the First Coast. The heat, the beach. 1010XL. Now that's hot. Get your radio
Yo, E to the T here, and we've all been there before. A weekend trip to the casino? Canceled because real life came calling. My bookie's new and improved online casino is here to change the game. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience featuring the latest in slots, progressive jackpots, and live dealer action. All from the comfort of the crib, my boy. I love the live casino. Just go to my bookie and click Live Casino at the top. You'll find the dealers ready to spin just like you're at the casino. The MyBookie Casino provides a Las Vegas experience with the actions in your hands, and you don't even need to wear pants, my guy. Start at MyBookie today with a generous sign-up bonus using promo code 1010XL and a revamped loyalty program that'll ensure the host an exclusive VIP perk. So sign up and hit the casino with promo code 1010XL. The more you play, the more you win. Only with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Did you know you can charge the all-new Honda Electric Prologue in the same receptacle as your phone? You don't need any special charging stations at your home. Simply plug in your Honda or your phone. See your local Honda dealer now. We're electrified.
DV Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
What's up? I'm Miles.
Hey, and I'm Jara.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich is how the flavors come together. First, I taste the smoky grilled chicken, then the pepper bacon with that maple bun, added with the sweet heat and the pickles.
I'm really sold on the pickle. It meets you in the middle with the sweetness and the heat.
It's spice-tastic.
Yum-licious.
Flavoristic.
The sandwich of the summer. The Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich.
Order the Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer. An ACL tear can be a devastating injury with prolonged pain and rehabilitation. Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari. I'm a sports medicine orthopedic surgeon who grew up right here in Jacksonville and then went on to train with the world-renowned Dr. James Andrews. At Bari Orthopedics, we use the most current techniques to get you back on the field with less pain and quicker rehabilitation. We treat all types of sports injuries with the newest techniques available. Please call us for consultation or visit BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Every weekend is a stone cold sports weekend. Hey, Dan Hicken here. Watch for the Weekend with Dan on YouTube and Facebook, and I'll help you put together your sports weekend. Weekend with Dan brought to you by Stone Core. We do the outdoors better.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and the XL Primetime crew will be live at the all-new Leonard Truck Outfitters this Friday, starting at 2. Tons of cool giveaways, including a new golf cart. Join us at Leonard Truck Outfitters on Beach Boulevard this Friday from 2 to 4.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Men suffering from ED or PE, see instant results on your first visit at Prime Men's Medical Center. For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are totally free. Call 904-664-8217, 904-664-8217.
Imagine waking up this time next week and being 100% debt-free from credit cards, car loans, and personal loans. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto's Equity Express line of credit can make it happen. Homeowners are turning their home equity into cash almost instantly. With Loan Pronto's AI-based system, you can get approval in about 10 minutes with almost no documentation, no appraisal, and no hassle. You can get hundreds of thousands of dollars out of your home. Use that money to pay off all your other loans. The average homeowner saves over $850 a month doing this. Listen, your home value's way up. You can use that to wipe out all those credit cards. Get some money for a home improvement. Literally hundreds of thousands are at your fingertips, and approval is just minutes away. So call now, 904-999-1508, 904-999-1508, or go to loanpronto.com. NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, equal housing lender.
International soccer returns this summer. Don't miss Premier League clubs, Wolves and West Ham in Jacksonville for the Stateside Cup, July 27th at Everbank Stadium. Tickets as low as $35 at statesidecup.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Catlin Truck Accessories, family owned, run, and operated downtown 2nd and Main for over 100 years. You see these businesses pop up and go away, pop up and go away. Here today, gone tomorrow. Here this decade, gone next. Over 100 years. You know you're doing it right. So trust my friends at Catlin Truck Accessories. Go online at WilliamCatlin.com. Take a look, see. Truck guy here. I'm all loaded up. I told you Mississippi for Father's Day. Went over there and got me further accessorized. So sneaky. Stu got sneaky on me. I will say that if there is a sport that you could become a head coach with zero coaching experience and a ton of playing experience, without one of those two, stop it. I guess it's basketball if you had to say. Maybe it's baseball. It could be baseball. I know baseball is like a long, chess match of a. Or at least they want to think that. I often watch a Braves game thinking that I should have Snickers uniform on because we need to do this, that, or the other. But perhaps baseball. It doesn't work in football. We how we know? Because nobody does it. And if you do, it goes miserable. The one guy I can think of, and I'm sure there have been a couple others. Every time there's an opening in the NFL, even if it's for a short stint, it comes from within the staff. And every time a head coach is hired, he is either an up-and-coming assistant waiting on his turn, or he's been a head coach often for many years somewhere else before. Until we had the Jeff Saturday experiment. Remember that one? Remember when the Colts halfway through the season, back in 2022? Remember when they halfway through the season fired their coach, and it was Frank Reich is who it was, and then they decided just, straight off the set at ESPN, they'd put Jeff Saturday in there. How hard can it be? Well, he went 1-7, and that's how hard it could be. And any chance of Jeff Saturday remaining the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts was immediately squashed out, and that makes sense. It can work in the NBA. I mean, arguably, a top 2 coach in the league right now took that path. Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr didn't have a lick of coaching experience. None. When he left the broadcast booth and took over the Golden State job, and that one was a little bit controversial because Mark Jackson had started to get them going. By the way, Mark Jackson, the previous coach to Steve Kerr in Golden State, also same path. No coaching experience, went from the NBA broadcast position to the head coach of Golden State. Jason Kidd got the Brooklyn job without ever having coached. What do these 3 guys have in common, by the way? They're all point guards. They all played a long time in the league. But it's been proven that it can at least be done. And to Kerr's standpoint, he's had unbelievable success. Now, I will say, Jason Kidd, Steve Kerr, only 2. There's been about 6 or 7 now in NBA history who got a chance to coach without having any previous experience. Almost entirely, they're all longtime players. But only Kerr and Kidd had first-year records of 500 or better. So it's a tough, but that is the task for J.J. Redick, right? And I don't know if the use of a curse word is supposed to make you feel like a big man or tougher or street smart or savvy, but you're not talking to your dudes in the locker room, JJ. The Lakers called a press conference. The cameras are from all over the world. You're buttoned up. You got $1,000 OC haircut. I can smell you through my television. I believe you have a hint of mascara on, and your suit cost $18,000. Tough guy, you're not. So I don't understand why you're a Duke-educated young man, 40 years old, certainly well aware of your ability to choose your words, and this does not come from a place of prudishness. I try and fail to stop cursing every day. It can become very easy. But I tell you what, where you're not going to hear an F-bomb ever is in the very professional setup here of 1010XL in the morning show, The Drill. Now, what you may hear after I slap one into the woods on number 4 one, Saturday 3 weeks from now, that's another issue. There's a time and place for your frustrations to be verbalized. I would suggest that a formal press conference in a major market is a sign that society's continuing to slip when it just comes to abject couth. I mean, have some couth, dude. Here's the Q&A, properly bleeped out from J.J. Redick's introductory press conference yesterday.
What misconceptions or concerns about you that you've heard in the last few weeks are you the most looking forward to dispelling when you're the coach?
It's a valid question. However, I don't really have a great answer for your question because I really don't give a honestly. I want to coach the Lakers. I want to coach the team. I don't want to dispel anything. I don't. I want to become a great coach in the NBA, and I want to win championships, and I want my players to maximize their careers. That's all I care about.
I don't need the F-bombs, Chief. I mean, I just don't. Again, you're not running a practice. And I don't even cursing in public. I mean, where do we draw the line? I mean, we are now just at flat, and this happens at, parade celebrations, and we're just done trying to be mannered, cultured. We're just done trying to show some discretion. But and again, I think a lot of this goes down to the social media where y'all just throw out F-bombs, this, that, and the other without a single care in the world of your character or how it reflects. And maybe to a lot of you out there, it ain't no deal and it doesn't reflect. Let me tell you, the guys that are making decisions, the success that are defining success in this country, I think it does matter. It's just unnecessary. That's all. But again, it doesn't offend me personally. My gosh, there's just some standard of comportment, as a society. And dropping F-bombs should be one of them. If you're dropping an F-bomb in McDonald's, you're kind of a loser, man. If you're dropping an F-bomb at a Jags game around 7 and 8 year olds, you're a loser. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I'm sorry. You may be a nice person. Other than that, we might can hang out, play golf, do a lot of things. But when you're dropping F-bombs in front of 7-year-olds in restaurants, or in this case, at a formal press conference, it takes on a bit of a loser feel to me. Maybe it's just me. I looked up the rules. All right, let's change directions a little bit. J.J. Redick, the new coach of the Lakers. You want to contrast the Lakers and the Celtics, and somebody pointed this out on the text line, Designed by Lifetime Closures. It's a good point. Boy, the Lakers front office is a clown show compared to what the Celtics do, isn't it? I mean, what a clown show they are out there. They keep this Rob Pelinka cat. He's obviously awful at what he does. You've had LeBron James now for 7 years. You can't make it out of the first round of the playoffs most seasons. Yeah, let me tell you how the Lakers front office shows up to work every day. A little tiny little Volkswagen Bug pulls up to the front of team headquarters, and then 12 front office members climb out of it, like clowns at the circus. And I mean, Redick may be good, he may not be, but I feel like you got a SAG card, man. I feel like a character was just pulled from Winning Time. This dude and the a haircut that looks like it smells like perfume, with eyes that look like they're naturally mascaraed. How about that mouth of yours that's moving? Maybe match that sense of class that you're trying to carry out there on the hills. Anyway, there's that. All right, let's change our perspective a little bit. The hits keep coming for Miami. Remember we talked last week? I had Phil Steele's college football Bible, and he had picked Miami as one of his surprise teams. He had Miami in the top 10. He had Miami as his highest rated ACC team, ahead of Clemson, ahead of FSU. All at least a little bit surprising. I don't think Miami's winning the ACC. Phil Steele, though, is not alone. Max Chadwick covers college football for PFF, and he was on Hacker After Dark and had these thoughts on the Canes in 2024. All right, we're going to, I've sent Gibby in search of. By the way, I will tell you this about Chadwick. He expects Florida to go 6-6 this year. Again, this is a PFF analyst, Pro Football Focus, who also covers college football. He expects Florida to go 6-6. He thinks Miami is going to had potential to be really good. I guess that would mean that he would give a lean to Miami over Florida in that season opener in the Swamp. But meanwhile, back to his thoughts on the Canes in the ACC.
Miami could have a really one of the best offenses in the country because I think they have a great running game with Damian Martinez transferring in from Oregon State. I think he's the top 10 running back in the country. Miami has an excellent receiving core, too, led by a top 5 receiver in the country, Xavier Estrepo. They have a top 10 offensive line in the country as well. I like their linebacker unit. I think their secondary needs a little bit of work, but, I mean, really, Miami top to bottom, it's hard to find too many holes on that roster. It's just about, putting it all together for Mario Cristobal, but they're probably the most talented team, I think, in the ACC next year.
All right, so that's interesting comments there on Miami, who open at Florida. To me, that should ramp up the expectation and ultimately the response on Mario Cristobal. That's some pretty plum jobs. That's some good years, but he's never sustained. Now, Oregon, I don't know if he had the chance to sustain. He got while the getting was good and got this Miami job. So I know he did have one 11-win season with Oregon. I also follow college football pretty regularly, and I know with Cristobal, I've never seen him on the sidelines of, say, a college football playoff. That all changes this year, right? We got 12 teams coming in. I did look up the official rules, and, yeah, a group of 5 team is guaranteed a spot. I don't like it. Doing everything we can to narrow the field, strengthen the conferences. Why am I going to throw Liberty in to play Georgia? Doesn't make a lick of sense to me, but whatever. I did notice this, though. I don't know. Would this qualify as, quote, the sorry state of Florida football? I don't know if it's necessarily in sorry state. It's hopefully improving, but it is not in a good spot. And I got further proof. And I know that this is an apples to oranges comparison because Florida's not a group of 5. For Florida to make the playoff, they're going to have to advance through the SEC and, into the 12 with wins and losses against competition. Well, unfortunately, not like competition. A lot of teams you play are going to be better than you are, but nonetheless, that's the only chance for Florida. So their odds of being a playoff team, I think we saw those before, were 50-1 maybe, something like that. We looked at that number. Billy Napier's old squad, Louisiana, apparently offers a better, healthier, more optimistic path to a playoff. Louisiana's 20-1 to make the playoff as the advancer out of the group of 5. And here is their former coach, Billy Napier, down there in Gainesville, hoping he can go 6-6. So we'll see. By the way, Liberty, the top odds to be the group of 5 team that moves into the playoffs, they are plus 5.5 to, or they're 5.5 to 1. Memphis was next. I thought Boise joins the Big 12, no? Did Boise not get in the Big 12?
Must not, no.
So Boise's just out there just dangling? Isn't Boise a big enough boy that they should have gotten in, like if Utah was, or with, BYU? They're a bigger boy than BYU, aren't they? Huh. Surprised that Boise didn't get the Big 12 invite. They should. Big 12, that's a miss. Boise is 6-1. Tulane, who's had some success of late, they lost their coach. Where did he go? You remember? Where'd the Tulane coach go? One of the SEC schools, I think. Would it Mississippi State, maybe? Where did he go? What was that guy's name? Chris did a real good job there at Tulane. Tulane has been a dog with fleas in the college football world since I was a kid. Like, there's certain things you can count on in the college football season. Tulane being 1-10, 2-9, 3-8 is always been one of them. They've had their moments. Tommy Tuberville was there. Kendall Francis that's a blast from the past. Former Vols quarterback played out there at Tulane. They had an undefeated year with Tuberville. And this recent iteration of Tulane football. Great uniforms, by the way, at Tulane. Where'd he go? Do you got it?
Willie Fritz, is that who it was?
Yeah. Is that who it was?
I think so, because they got Summerall now. The coach from Troy went from Troy to Tulane. Yeah, he's at Houston now.
Houston, that's what it was. I knew he got Willie Fritz. I knew he had gotten a BCS job.
He was at Tulane from 2016 to last year,
and started slow, right? Like his first couple of years at Tulane, they weren't great. Let me see it here, but they a little stick. 4-8, 5-7, 7-6, won a bowl game. 7-6, won a bowl game. 6-6, lost a bowl game. 2021, they went 2-10, and then boom, they just popped the last 2 years. He must be good at the transfer portal or something. Because then they go 12-2. They won the Cotton Bowl. Remember they beat Caleb Williams and USC? Tulane finished number 9 in the country.
Yeah, they've had a good year. Yeah, I think the portal was definitely good for them.
All right, and then he led Tulane to an 11-2 season and another bowl game last year, but then he left for Houston. Anyway, let's go through some NFL headlines. It's a football fix. Next, we're up and rolling here on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. CTA will often sponsor our speed trap alerts as well. And we got one right now. I'll just go ahead and get it out. 295 northbound before Blanding, so that would be the West Beltway moving north. They're out there, but keep those speeds down. Keep that cash in your pocket. Keep our city streets safe, the area streets safe, and we help you do that with the drill. Speed trap alert. All right, back with more next. A football fix on the drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Atlanta Braves with Ronaldo Lopez on the mound. $1.35 road favorite at St. Louis, plus 114. The Cardinals have won 4 straight after a 4-3 win over the Braves yesterday as a $1.10 underdog. 8 over the total today at Busch Stadium. Zach Littell on the mound today for the Tampa Bay Rays. A $1.14 dog against Luis Castillo of the Mariners, minus 135. 7.5 over the total at Tropicana Field. Florida Panthers win the Stanley Cup 2-1 over Edmonton. Panthers and the Dallas Stars open as a 9-1 co-favorites to win the Cup in 24-25. The Tampa Bay Lightning are 25-1. Save with Progressive. Progressive.com. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Duck Rooter is the only master septic contractor in Northeast Florida, and we want to help you protect your septic system. Think about this. What would happen to your car if you never change the oil? Septic systems are no different and should be pumped at least every 3 years. Lack of maintenance is the #1 reason for septic system failure. Call Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services today to schedule your pumping.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. And I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Expert Automotive is ready to keep you cool this summer. Right now, get an AC inspection or a system cooling checkup. Your choice for only $19.99. Their gift to you this summer is $50 off any service and a free tire rotation with any service. Their ASE certified technicians can keep your car cool without breaking the bank this summer. Call them at 374-3373 to get an appointment today. Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is now offering ortho walk-in appointments. If you have an immediate need for orthopedic care, contact Southeast Orthopedic Specialist immediately. Avoid ERs and urgent care waiting rooms. For more information, go to se-ortho.com.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Arrested? Got traffic tickets? DUI? License problems? Gun charges? Drug charges? If you've been charged with any crime, call me, criminal defense attorney Malcolm Anthony, at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
This is Frank Frangie. Join Dan Hicken and me for All Things Gators, our podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, with new episodes every Monday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL Florida Gators podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or TuneIn.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball presented by FAS is home this week at 1-1 Financial Ballpark. Join us tonight at 7:05. Tomorrow is a day game on VyStar Goodness Everywhere Wednesday featuring Heal Foundation and the Miracle League. Get the weekend started with Coors Light Thirsty Thursday, and we'll have fireworks Friday and Saturday. And our biggest show of the year, Wednesday, July 3rd. Baseball all weekend. JackShrimp.com for tickets. Affordable, family fun.
Electricians, innovators, and tech enthusiasts, listen up. Miller Electric is shaping the future, and we want you to be a part of it. From healthcare and data centers, corporate offices, aviation, and industrial facilities, Miller Electric is powering the most exciting projects in Jacksonville and beyond. We offer not just a job, but a thrilling career with great pay and incredible benefits. Visit us at millercareers.com to apply. Miller Electric, where your skills meet our vision, and equal opportunity employer.
Your Jaguars game day, your way. Whether you want to see a division rival like the Titans, an NFC North opponent like the Packers, or a mix, deciding on your favorite matchups has never been easier with Bundle at the Bank.
Touchdown, Travis Etienne!
Get tickets to 3 or more games starting at just $58 per game. It's as easy as pick, pay, and play. But seats are selling fast, so visit Jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000.
Brackish Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, is the smoothest local vodka you can find. Made right here in Jacksonville, Florida, 100% from corn, Brackish Vodka is the local gluten-free choice. Brackish Vodka, for those that live life slightly salty. A proud partner of the Jaguars.
Pair a fine cigar with Brackish Vodka at Island Girls Cigar Bar, Gate Parkway.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatsiers experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Imagine the perfect outdoor living space. A beautiful stone kitchen, waterfall, fire pit, pergola, stone walkway. Now there's one place to bring all of your design ideas to life. The Art of Natural Stone on Beach Boulevard and also by Bartram Springs.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Some noteworthy oddities from the Florida Panthers victory last night. Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. It gets defensive when it's all on the line. I wonder how many Game 7s end 8-2. It doesn't feel like it, man, in hockey. It feels like those goalies who are awfully good to get to this stage. You can ride a hot goalie and you can live through a goalie slump, but if you're going all the way to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals, those two dudes in net are solid, to say the least. But here are the couple of oddities I'm talking about. First, the playoff MVP goes to a guy from the losing team. That hardly ever happens. It's only happened for a skater in NHL history one time. Goalies have done it a few times where they've been just so over. And there is this. Most sports, it's the finals MVP, like the Stanley Cup Finals MVP. And in hockey, it's the playoff MVP. Now, it's always going to be a player who's made it to the Stanley Cup Finals because they've taken their team that far. So that's a bit of an oddity. Only 6 times in NHL history, and only one other time was it a position player, so to speak. Use that terminology. A skater, I guess the hockey aficionados would say. And then there's head coach Paul Maurice of Florida. And if you've gotten into the hockey at all these last couple of years, the Florida Panthers, Maurice has taken them to the championship series each of the last 2 years, the Stanley Cup Finals. He is a long-time lifer in hockey. He was a Canadian professional coach and player. Currently the head coach of the Panthers. By age 40, he's 57 years old now. But by age 43, he became the youngest coach in NHL history to coach 1,000 games. But here's the oddity. Your champion last night, the coach, is also the owner of the most losses by a coach in NHL history. 713 L's. You know you're a good coach if you can withstand 713 blemishes on your resume. So Paul Maurice, another somewhat of an oddity. You want to talk about the ideal hockey nut, just the hockey personality, persona. That's this guy. I was just watching this. I don't, I know him inside and out. Just watching the pressers and everything else. Fire up the band, Gibby. We got a football fix. Brought to you by the Jacksonville Sharks, jacksharks.com. Get your tickets. And the Jordan Creek Golf Club. Tee at High and let it fly. It's best value in golf in terrific shape. It's the home course. Never know who you might run into. Look at a ranking of the running backs in the National Football League. E.T., it's a top 20 list. E.T. I miss him so. Gibby, it's a top 20 list. I don't know how to interpret this. I'm okay where Travis Etienne. If y'all are going to rank running backs in the National Football League, where would you put Etienne? Gibby?
I think Etienne's in the top 10.
Right on 10. They've got him 11. I'm okay with that. He's had a couple of 1,000-yard seasons, just barely over 1,000, 58 yards a game. But he's been good. Big play potential. If the line produces, I think Etienne could be a top 5 back in certain years. But he's at number 11, and I thought, well, gosh, is that low? That's typically how I approach these things. The backs they have ahead of Etienne, Aaron Jones, Josh Jacobs, Jahmyr Gibbs, Saquon Barkley, Breece Hall, Nick Chubb, Jonathan Taylor. Anybody got problems with this? I'll tell you a guy they keep way up there. Didn't do much last year. It was Bijan Robinson. But they got him at number 3. Derrick Henry at 2, Christian McCaffrey at 1. So really, when you look at those names, 11's pretty good, and then 11 looks even better. Think about some of these names I'm about to give you. Like Travis Etienne or Raheem Mostert? I mean, Mostert had 18 touchdowns last year. He's 12. Travis Etienne or Kenneth Walker III, who seems to have a very high ceiling out there for the Seattle Seahawks, has not had Etienne's numbers yet. Kyron Williams, can he be more than a one-year dude for the Los Angeles Rams? But he ran for 1144 and 12 touchdowns last year. He's number 14. Tony Pollard now with the Titans. James Conner, I think, somewhat underrated at 16, and the list goes on. But there you go. There you find our guy. Travis Etienne at number 11. The Chiefs have released defensive lineman Isaiah Buggs. I mean, do they have much choice? Not one, but 2 off-season arrests, multiple times in Alabama. Most recently booked on a domestic violence burglary charge. He had something with animal cruelty as well. It's just, too many guys can do what you do, bro. Maybe hold a press conference with a couple F-bombs, get an NBA head coaching job. Panthers have gotten the okay for their own stadium renovation plan. When I look at these, I always like to look at the tab, see how we did, right? The Charlotte City Council voting Monday night, ours will tonight, I believe, to approve a joint $800 million stadium renovation plan. And by the way, in their $800 million plan, their city, Charlotte, pays $650 million of the $800 million. So just lest you think that you're getting jobbed here, look at that split versus what the Jacksonville and the Jaguars and the city's split is.
Yeah, and the big difference there between Jacksonville and Charlotte is the ownership is much more favorable here in Jacksonville in terms of.
Well, they hate Tepper.
Yeah, they hate him.
Yeah, they hate their own owner, and they should. He's a sleaze stack. I mean, we documented his.
For the most part, Shad Khan's got a pretty favorable view, I would think, but Tepper does not.
Okay. All right, I'm going to read you the headline, and then I'm going to dispel it. I chuckle at the headline. We can stop the headline with Jets release Tay Hayes. Let's just leave it there, because the second half of the headline, it can't be true. You want to hear the second half of the headline? Jets release Tay Hayes following arrest for marijuana possession. Yeah, that's not why they released Tay Hayes. Tay Hayes must not be playing very well. Must not be a great player, because if you release players in the NFL based on marijuana consumption, we might not have a league come September. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by the Jack Sharks. Go to jacksharks.com. Get your tickets. Next home game coming up in early July, and the home course, the Gillington Creek Golf Club. Hicken Arrival next. Brunch with the Tour today. You are listening to The Drill on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. You never know what's going to happen.
If we played them 10 times, they might win 9. But not this game.
And that's the beauty of sports.
Not tonight.
1010XL.
Screw them.
Jacksonville Sports Radio. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Today is the day to drive away in style with a brand new Cadillac Lyric from Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville.
And you can lease a 2024 Cadillac Lyric for just $439 a month for 36 months with $4,889 due at signing.
We have over 60 Lyrics in stock. Choose your color and drive away today.
Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville. Plus tax tag title, $899 admin fee and resistol. No security deposit required. Mileage charge of 25 cents per mile over 30,000 miles.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
This is Hayes Carlion for QC Kinetics. Are you not able to enjoy this summer as much as you want because of joint pain? Well, give my friends at QC Kinetics a call at 904-274-5522 for a free consultation. They're serving the Jacksonville area with locations in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra Beach. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking lasting joint pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics advanced treatments harness your own body's ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue so you can walk, run, hike, play golf, move again, pain-free. Their advanced protocols have enabled tens of thousands of patients to reclaim their mobility. Stop putting it off. Take action now and live your best life again. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation. 904-274-5522 in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra. That is QC Kinetics.
Tired of an AC warranty that doesn't seem to cover what actually breaks? Not at Vaughn's Heating and Air. New AC units from Vaughn's include a 10-year warranty covering all parts, all labor, and all refrigerant. So remember, if your AC won't turn on, just call Vaughn's.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Okay, men, if you're battling fatigue, chronic pain, waning sex drive, performance, any and all, they are fixable, I'm telling you. Doc Busey at Integra Concierge Medicine has the hormonal treatment to get you back to the good old days. Contact them today.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida, and don't let the state decide your fate.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Everybody, Mike Dempsey here. Did you take Awaken 180 up on dropping 40 pounds by the 4th of July? If you did, next week you'll reach that goal, so congrats. And if you didn't call Awaken 180, why not do it now? Fast weight loss, easy weight loss, and then free support for life.
Homeowners and investors, the choice of title company is yours. When making that decision, choose the team of St. John's Title, LLC. As board-certified expert attorney-owned firm with decades of experience, we provide the utmost in precision and professionalism. Conveniently located offices and in-home remote closing options, we serve your needs. Whether refinancing or selling your property, our customer-first approach is tailor-made to your timeline. With a seasoned team of experts and 5-star testimonials from customers across the First Coast, visit stjohnstitle.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. Jaguar QB Trevor Lawrence, with a new contract extension, is going into the season with high expectations for the team.
Honestly, this is the best team this year coming up that we've had here. Just from a talent perspective and how we're gelling together this early, everything is going really well.
Florida Panthers didn't make it easy on themselves after losing a 3-0 lead to the Edmonton Oilers, but they were able to pull out Game 7 on their home ice to raise the Stanley Cup for the first time. Former Fletcher High School runner Kaylee Delay advanced her Olympic dream. She recorded a new season best in Monday night's preliminary round of the women's 3,000-meter steeplechase at the U.S. Olympic Trials for track and field in Oregon. The final is scheduled for Thursday. And that's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
76 degrees at 7:05. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know it! Take it, Jeffrey!
Yeah, they're having some fun down there.
Ball
today,
call!
boy. Yeah.
Skeeter, go ahead!
Playing
We
the-
did it!
playing
We
the-
did it!
Playing the spoons.
Did you
up
see
there.
Peyton there? Did you see Morgan there?
Pigeon
Come
Forge.
on now! We did it! National champs! Natty champs! Charlton, we did it, baby!
Hey, the story.
Second best in the
Not
SEC.
Not anymore.
Oh no!
That
was a pretty good game last night. I mean, when you get down to it, really, the slide won and got him that extra run. There's a great play. What a great slide. And Tennessee's best team.
Texas A&M had chance. It could just never get a hit, man. They had runner on second like the last 5 innings, it felt like.
Well, they'd had a run here, but then they give up a run, and they get a run and give up a run. So it's a typical, the College World Series is so funny. You get to that game 3, and then everybody comes in, all the coaches. I can remember back in the day with Florida, they'd all go, so you see Barnes was there, and Double Chin was there. That's Heupel. And Peyton was there, and I guess Morgan Wallen was there, so it was a big deal for Tennessee and a great win. Now the big story yesterday in college baseball is Texas got rid of their coach.
Why?
And the
rumor
was that the AD was in Omaha, They're trying to poach Schloss from A&M, which would be. I texted our friend Joe D. I said, if this occurs, shut it down. You're second forever. You got money. You got to keep that guy.
Yeah, that's.
And he didn't I thought. I have to go back and read. He was asked a question. He got 707. He got PP. Tense. Yeah, PP. And he's like, that's selfish on your part to ask it. No, it's not. I mean, there's reports that the 80 is in Omaha, bro. What do you want me to do? You're the number one target, reportedly.
Now, what is Schloss's background?
Schloss has a connection with the AD, I think.
At Texas.
Yes.
Oh, that's
somewhere.
that's
maybe TCU
sketchy.
or something. So anyway,
does
we'll see.
anyone really, I mean, with all due respect, and I don't care how you break it down analytically, but it is what it is, and maybe it can change, but probably it won't. Texas A&M is it's the little brother, dude. Y'all stop. Stop telling me how much money you have. Stop telling me how much this and that. It's Texas, and then it's Texas A&M. That's just a fact.
But
I understand if you don't want to feel that way, but you believe that, don't you? I mean, I don't know how.
At some point, results matter, though, right?
Yeah.
Or no?
Well, and in fairness, but in deference back to me, those results got to come in really football. Or the rest of the country doesn't notice, right? I'm not talking about what the reality is. I'm talking about if you live in Kansas City or Boston or Miami, and you ask Texas A&M, one is just at a little higher I think.
Yeah. Well, what about Florida State?
I don't know anymore on that one. But Texas A&M, because Texas A&M doesn't win anything, Dan. They don't win anything. They don't go to Final Fours. They don't go to football playoffs. Again, when I say anything, I don't mean disrespect to track. I don't mean disrespect to golf.
It's good that you bring this up. It leads to, I asked this question because it intrigued me yesterday, and I want to see what the Googans' thoughts are. Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Tour, the Gators, and the Jags. How many minor quotes around it, because there's nothing really minor, but compared to football, yes. How many minor sports national championships would you trade from your alma mater for one football title? None. I love all natties. Just a couple. 10 or more, every single one of them.
It's going to be 10 or more, and every single one of them is going to dominate this answer.
Interesting, but no, that's not correct.
Wow.
And we have 200 votes at Dan Hicken if you'd like to vote.
I think it does matter sometimes where the poll questions come from, because you're so supportive of track and other things that I think by design there's an inherent bias in your poll. Just a little.
What do you mean?
Because they know you. You promote those things on your Twitter page.
Yeah, but it's anonymous. You don't have to. You don't have to sit there and say, "Dan, this is Gator
Ted."
Ted."
I'm saying if they follow you and follow your words, and you're often talking about that, it will
follow
make
me
sense.
to freedom, people. Googans, one and all, every one of you. No, they're the opposites that lead. 37% would trade every single one of them.
Okay, that's what I said.
30% say none. I love all that.
You people got to go.
Yeah.
That's what you people are why we're 6-6. And that Billy Napier.
It's not true. 19.8 say just a couple. 12.7 say 10 or more.
Yeah, it's 50-50.
Yeah, so it is.
Yeah, we're doing it wrong. Apparently, by the way, that's also how the AD feels down there. So look forward to the status quo. It'll continue like
you can put everything you got into football, and you still might not win one. So, I mean,
if you put everything you got,
Florida has won a national championship 14 years in a row.
Yeah.
It matters to me.
I'm not saying it. Listen, first of all, as we sometimes do, as we further arguments, we polarize and cement ourselves a lot more heavily invested into an argument than we really are. I'm not willy-nilly throwing them away. I watched the golf win. I watched the College World Series. I enjoy all those things. But I would trade every single one of them to have a glorious football season. Where
every single one of them includes a baseball one that we won in 2017 too. Don't forget. But you would. You're not a huge Gator baseball fan. That's okay.
I'm not giving up. I'm not. You got to. I'm taking. No, I'm not giving them baseball.
All right.
I got to keep the baseball. I enjoy the baseball. They're good, and they go to. And I like baseball. Not as big a college baseball.
This is for
fan,
any of
obviously.
you. Any of you out there. This is not just Florida. We went to Florida, so we talked about it. But FSU,
sure.
what'd you do? FSU's been dominant in like women's soccer.
Right.
They won a softball one, and that's what Florida would be giving up as well. Anyway, Dreamfinders Homes in 20+ Jacksonville communities in the best locations. And for a limited time, as always, on select move-in ready homes, Dreamfinders Homes offering an amazing 3.99% interest rate in year one of your mortgage. All you have to do is go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details and get in the game with Dreamfinders Homes. After all, I am Dreamfinders Danny Hicken. So
that's what I heard.
Yes. Anyway, so that was that. Then I'll bring this up. Florida Panthers won the Stanley Cup. I clearly in my mind, as I was watching the game last night, I watched both. I was at TV last night, so I had both on. I was definitely rooting for Edmonton.
Yeah.
I feel bad for my buddy Justin Moore. Went to games 1 and 2 and 7. I mean, he went
Those
to
are the 3 they lost.
Yeah. And so I feel for him, but what a great fan.
That looked like a great atmosphere last night. They were fired. Did you see Roberto Luongo before the game? Firing him up on the drum. You could feel this is going to be tough for him.
Now,
they ain't getting 7 tonight, boys.
This is a little snobby, and this will tick off people, and I don't care. You know, where's the parade going to be? At the mall down there? At the arena? What are we doing?
They can't go through that canyon of heroes.
Dan
wants that
even
canyon
here,
of
we
heroes.
got Jacksonville, man. We can go up and down Bay Street to the stadium and party
sure
hard.
They go down like Biscayne Boulevard, can't they?
They're not Miami, dude. They're north of down west.
They don't play in the arena?
No, they're way west down Sawgrass Parkway.
You know what? I always thought that the Panthers played in Miami Arena.
No,
Well,
they
good
have
for
their
them.
own, and it's in the middle of like way west. You got to go down. So anyway, but it made me chuckle. They have a great facility though, and listen, here's the deal. Here's where I draw a little bit of a comparison. I think they're in their 30th year.
That sounds right.
You know who's going in their 30th year this year?
The Jags.
Yes.
I thought of
it's time.
It's also been, I believe, how long since Canada won? Is it 30 or 20? Over 20.
Oh, Canada's a long time.
It's like 30 also.
Yeah.
You want to hear something interesting? If you imagine this, right? That's Canada's sport.
Oh yeah.
Right. It'd be like if the NFL suddenly the titles were going to Mexico City.
Yeah.
All right. Think about It's not just that Canada has been on this drought. Look at the recent winners of the Cup, Dan. And you're sitting up in Manitoba or Nova Scotia or out in Alberta, and you got to see Miami, Tampa Bay, Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, these dudes,
Brutal.
they've been given about a whole 4 or 5 years to hockey, quote, tradition, and they're winning it all.
Maple Leafs, one of the original 6, can't win.
Can't win. I mean, Carolina Hurricane.
Les Habitants was the last Canadian team, and that was in '93. I mean, they live
Dallas.
and die.
I mean, it just.
I mean, they're sitting there drinking their Molsons and firing up their heaters in the dead of winter, man. While, I mean, it's just brutal.
Paul Maurice, the head coach of Florida.
Yeah. Long-standing NHL coach. Goes back to the Hartford Whalers.
He's got the most losses in NHL history.
Oh, and he just won his first cup.
Yeah.
How many years has he coached?
Off and on, probably 25, maybe more. This is interesting, though. You know those Florida Everblades who we hate so much?
Yeah.
Do you know who is the play-by-play voice of the Florida Everblades?
His son.
Paul Maurice's son.
Yeah. 26 years. This was his 26th year.
Wow.
They have let that guy coach 26 years, and he finally won a cup. And
he's
you know who deserves a lot?
Quintessential hockey, though. He's got that dry,
You know who deserves a lot of credit for this team, though, is the GM, because they won.
I guess we got the Kachuk Tatum little powwow, too.
Yeah, they both
won
are champs.
high school.
They were even like middle school.
Yeah.
They went to school together, Jason Tatum and Kachuk. The GM, 2 years ago, the Panthers won the President's Trophy. And then they retooled. It wasn't because he said, we can't win the cup with these
Didn't
guys.
they?
And that's
not last year, 2 years ago.
Yeah, and that's when
last year they went to the Stanley Cup Finals.
Right. But that's when he brought in the Maurice guy and who, again, who are you selling me on? And then,
did they lose first round as the President's Cup? Didn't they go out early that year?
Yeah, I think they did.
Okay.
I think they lost to and they also beat Boston when they won the President's Cup in the first round last year.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, it's a great story, and I personally, I don't like them because they beat my Rangers.
Sure.
But I tip my cap to them. I mean,
I don't care enough.
And they
about
played
hockey.
different. They played different last night than they had the 3 previous. They played hard.
I think they got a big boost from that home crowd.
They
played. There was an intensity there to them, and the end of hockey games are great because they are just like the last half of the last period. Edmonton was just they had so many opportunities in front of the net.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one McDavid was like alone for just a half a second, and they jammed him up and he lost the puck.
Like flailing on the ground.
I watched
didn't
the
have his
third. I couldn't
stick
sleep last night. I watched the entire third period, and it was to have nothing happen, a lot happened.
You stayed up because you watched your Braves rally in the ninth and only to fall short.
That happened way before the third period. That was over by 10 o'clock. And yeah, that was a hard one to watch from the standpoint. Albies hit almost a homer. They robbed him at the wall in the eighth inning, would have tied. And I'm fed up right now with the Braves. I'm tired of names like Short, and these guys got to get the heck out of town. Shoot them to the sun, Dan.
Why?
All of them. They stink, dude.
Yeah. Short was a Met.
I know, Short. It's not him. Short, Wall, Laureano. This is the best we got, man.
Yeah.
Give me a 19-year-old.
That's 80s Braves.
That's terrible, dude. And by the way, Michael Harris is out. That's it.
Oh, he's out?
Well, he's been out. That's why those guys are batting.
What'd he do?
He's got like a hamstring or something. This happened a week ago.
Anyway, the President's Trophy year, they won the first round, then they got swept by the Ning.
That's what it was.
Is what happens. And then last year, they beat the Bruins, who won the President's Trophy. In the first round. Then they beat the Maple Leafs, then they swept the Hurricanes, and they lost to the Golden Knights.
As a former, from the text line, Designed by Lifetime Enclosures, a former member of the UF track team back in the day, Jeff can kick rocks.
Yeah. Atta baby.
I will say this.
Proud of you.
I will say this.
Natty champ.
If I were a former member of the UF track team that had won a natty, I'd trade that for a football championship. How about that?
Yeah.
I'd trade my own. I would enjoy experiencing Florida going through a 12-team playoff and winning a natty more than I would winning the 400 in my own national title.
Hey, Dan, have your parade. We'll take our trophy. Oh, yeah. I know. Like I said, congrats. But I still don't like you, and I never will. So, and you beat my Rangers in 6 games, and it hurt me. It hurt me deeply.
From the text line, I'd trade all 25 Arizona State national titles for one in football.
Yeah. So it's just mixed.
It's going to be half and half. I get it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. So, yeah. Anyway, all right. We got to go. What do we got? We got a big show today, right? We got a lot to do.
Always. We have a big show every day.
We
but
do?
Today
Yesterday we weren't that good. We had fact errors. It was bad.
I thought we were pretty good.
You said no. You
that was
at
at
the end. Of the day.
That was only the last segment. Until then, we were great. We fumbled in the fourth. We lost a 2-point game.
No, that's unexceptable. People will call for our ouster if that continues.
We can't go 17-0. We will go 15-2 though.
Well,
all right.
Better.
Then we'll win another title.
Trying to force us out, man.
Are they?
That's what I hear.
Where do you get this intel? I'm just not hearing that. I don't want to be that out of touch that you don't see it coming. Yeah. This is The Drill. It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. 10-minute drill next.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Imagine waking up this time next week and being 100% debt-free. No credit cards, no car loan, no personal loan. Hey, Prosser here. Loan Pronto's Equity Express line of credit can make it happen. Homeowners are turning their home equity into cash almost instantly. With Loan Pronto's AI-based system, you can get approval in about 10 minutes with almost no documentation, no appraisal, and no hassle. You can get hundreds of thousands of dollars out of your home. Use that money to pay off all your other loans. The average homeowner saves over $850 a month doing this. Listen, your home value is way up. You can use that to wipe out all those credit cards and more. Get some money for home improvement. Literally hundreds of thousands are at your fingertips. And approval is just minutes away. So call now, 904-999-1508. 904-999-1508. That's loanpronto.com. Take that cash that you're living in and put it to use. NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, equal housing lender.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Summer starts now at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet with our summer sale. It's not sink or swim. We have vehicles for every budget and every need, starting as low as $79.99, and you won't get burnt. We offer 20-year 200,000-mile protection on new and 7-year 100,000-mile protection on used. Plus, we can really cool things off with our 30-day exchange policy. Start the summer off the way you deserve it with our summer sale at Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We're here to wow you.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, Prime Men's Medical Center will get your sex life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Prime Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Prime Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your sex life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 904-902-8222. 904-902-8222. To regain your sex life in just one visit, call now. 904-902-8222.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Bolt City Heating and Air is here to keep you cool this summer. Anytime, any day, whenever you need fast, reliable air conditioning service. Their friendly technicians have fully stocked work vans, so they can get your AC done on site the same day. Rely on a family-owned Jacksonville-grown company this summer to keep your home cooling system working smarter, not harder. Experience the bold difference. Visit BoldCityAC.com to schedule your service appointment. BoldCityAC.com.
Get fishing tips and stories from Captain Kevin.
Bite's gonna pick up pretty soon.
On the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Whoa!
Thursday nights at 6.
On 1010XL AM.
Oh, that big and broke line. No worries. I'll just go to fish-hook-repair.com and get these hooked on fish again. Oh, and while I'm on the site, I'll check out the Pro Shop with exclusive fish hook apparel for Jacksonville's coolest anglers. Fish-hook-repair.com. Don't forget the hyphens. It's the place for fishing gear.
Integrity, persistence, and standing up for victims. It's what you want in a personal injury case, and what my friend and lawyer Glenn Cohen brings to every case for over 40 years. Call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
David Lane here again for Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. After several surgeries for age-old issues, mainly my back and shoulders, there's no doubt that Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is my sustaining resource for living pain-free. Take it from me, and I'm being really honest here, there's no better orthopedic facility here in Jacksonville.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by Jack's Concrete Coatings.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 1010XL.
All right, we got sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. We call it the 10-minute drill. After the drill, we like to hand out a prize pack. Our friend E, the fallen one, referred to it as Razzle Dazzle. Gibby, what are we handing out today after we do some sports concepts and rationalization?
We have got a family 4-pack to go see the Jumbo Shrimp for any game this season. You can come out, hang out with us tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 1010XL day at the Jumbo Shrimp, so you might use your family 4-pack tomorrow or any day or any game this week. So looking forward to that 1010 day. We're going to have, you know, Ethan Wheeler, don't you, the Trinity Christian pitcher? I do. He's coming out to throw out our first pitch. We're going to honor him because Trinity made the Final Four last month, and Ethan's a pretty good candidate to throw out a first pitch.
That's outstanding. Good.
Gator commit.
Good deal. Yeah, absolutely. Really good player for our friend Johnny Murphy over there at Trinity. Man, listen, it's Olympic trial time, and yesterday we talked about the swimming trials. 1,000 athletes, only 46 made the team. It's a really tough situation. We talked about Christian Miller, the Jacksonville kid. I think there was a Fletcher young lady.
She's still alive, I think.
Katie DeLay, who ran the 3,000, maybe the steeplechase last night. Anyway, but the worst thing to happen in the Olympic trials is when you're like the favorite and you fall. And that happened last night to one of the more promising runners.
This is in the 400, was it?
No, this is in the 800 meters. Man, that's when the trials are very unforgiving. You train, you work, you're good. You're 22 years old. Her last name is Mew.
Aiting. Aiting Mew.
Yes. First big name casualty of the trials. I can remember years ago being introduced to this as a sports fan. It was either Dave Waddle or Jim Ryan or one of those long distance male runners fell and everything goes away in the Olympics.
Who was the little
the barefoot lady?
The lady that fell. Yeah. She was in Mary Decker's. The little
might have been Mary Decker.
Yeah,
I don't
seems
know.
like it was a little short-haired lady from like France or somewhere, or maybe even American. But it was during Mary Decker. Is she the one that like cramped up at the end? They had to carry her, or maybe it was her.
Yeah,
Mary Decker. Boy, can you give me the last when she became
Slaney?
Slaney. Yeah,
Mary Decker Slaney. Don't ask me why I remember that.
I know.
But anyway,
she was a big. The best one though was, remember they did the whole Dave and Dan.
Yeah.
Dave versus Dan, and then Dan didn't make it.
Yeah.
Didn't make the decathlon. He was like the number one guy, and he like elected to not even do the pole vault, thinking he was okay, and then he fell or something happened, and he didn't even make the Olympics.
Somebody said Zola Bud.
That's who it was.
Okay.
That's who fell. Zola Bud, little South African, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Who was the dude? Wasn't there a speed skater too?
There have been a lot.
There's so many
years.
Olympic disappointments and then great stories. The one speed skater whose sister passed away, he hadn't won anything, and then he was able to win a gold medal. And and then the guy Eric Hayden was the legend.
And then the kid from Orlando was very Ono.
Apollo
Ono.
Yeah,
he was a big name.
Yeah, he was further down the road here. More
but
recent.
I really think for the trials you got to go like in for a dime, in for a dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you just catch 20 minutes of a trial, it's never going to be entertaining. You don't understand where they are, who's been what. You go to watch the Olympics, you got to hear the stories. You have to hear the stories. That's and I used to be just the event guy, but the older I get, the more the Olympics go on. When I watch the Olympics this summer, so much of it will be driven by the stories, because there are some incredible stories from around the world.
And people will watch. I mean, the Olympics don't carry what they used to. Dan Jansen was the guy. Yeah, the Googans are telling me thank you.
That's the skater.
Yeah, it was the speed skater. Yeah, but you get into August and you got some training camp, and then you got every night you get the Olympics and you get a reality TV show. So that's why people will watch it and they're fun to watch. So I look forward to the Olympics in Paris. I think then right they're in Paris this year. So
you know what's strange?
What?
The 2018 Winter Games drew more viewers than the Tokyo Summer Games. 19.8 million. It's cratering is what's happening. Like it's getting lower every Olympic game, just like all sports. And again, I don't think fandom has gone down, Dan. I don't think fandom has gone down. I think fans follow their games. They express their fandom in ways a lot more varied than just the TV broadcast. And I think that's the big disconnect here. Like people talk, I know, and you're on this in this train of thought. Why do people talk about the NBA? It's losing more and more importance. No one watches. Yet I would argue there are more NBA fans than ever. I don't think the TV rating is the ultimate marker that it was forever. Because it's the only outlet you had before. Now that people follow it online, they'll watch it, they'll stream it, it doesn't mean they're not interested. They just don't watch like they used to.
Yeah, I don't know. It's why wouldn't you? I don't know.
I think that I think they're following it. I just don't know if they're watching it on television. Like the TV ratings don't. I know this. the NBA is not as unpopular as it likes to be sold. I know that.
Why? Why do you know that?
Because
I mean,
I think
the proof is in the pudding. Ultimately, you can't sit there and say, "Well,
where's the
I
proof?
know there are more."
Where's the proof?
ratings?
Yeah, the ratings are. You know why, Dan? Here's why. Because we're 57, 60 years old.
Yeah.
And sports fandom is regenerated and grooved by young people. Young people don't sit down in front of the television for 3 hours. They just don't do it.
So they don't watch the game.
But they follow the game. They'll watch a part of the game. They'll watch the highlight package after. They know who the players are. They know what the stats are. Like, if you're not an NBA fan, it'd be like me telling you, I can't name the starters. My kids did not watch a second of the finals. They can tell you the starting lineups for both teams. That's the difference I'm trying to...
Well, that's because they play the video games.
It doesn't matter. They're fans. No, it's not. In this case, it's not because they play the video games. I mean, that may be the case for others.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm trying to say is I believe that the TV rating is not the firm, accurate indicator that it was for so many years when that's the only way that you could follow or watch or get the outcome. I don't think the NBA is like newspaper industry, I guess is what I'm saying.
No, I don't think anyone said that. Look at the salaries. Look at the attendance. I mean, I wouldn't say that.
I don't think they could play these salaries in the attendance if they wasn't popular. I guess what I'm saying.
Well, because look at what's going on right now. You got NBC bidding billions of dollars for the rights to the NBA because ultimately, because there's so many different channels now versus 30 years ago.
Yeah.
That all the numbers are down, but nonetheless, if you're going to get 11 million viewers for a 3-hour period, that's a win. That's your highest rated program of the week. So it's, more people are going to watch that than watch, CBS's power lineup of young Sheldon, and whatever. I can't even name TV shows anymore, But there are other options in this day and age, obviously Netflix and Hulu, and I mean, there's so many different things. So. But I can only speak as a sports fan.
The last Nielsen Ampere study, it's like a study. 40% of U.S. sports fans follow the NBA, second highest behind the NFL.
Okay.
The league is the most followed among 18 to 34-year-olds at 43%, which is amazingly more than the NFL, which goes from 44% to 38% with that same demo. Now, I'm not using this to say that it's unbelievably popular. I'm using this to say the NBA is not as dead and unpopular as it seems to maybe our demo.
I don't know that it's dead. I just, I mean, 5 years ago when the Warriors and Cavs were playing every year, it was 20 million. Now it's 10 million.
I get it, but there might be 40 million that are aware of the game versus 30 million before.
Yeah, I can only listen.
Let's look at other things. Give me memorabilia sales. Give me other things other than just the TV rating.
Yeah. Well, I would give you attendance and say that's, I think,
give me social media followers, Hick. Your social media, you know who the biggest brands are in the world? They're not football players, not Tom Brady, it's LeBron, it's Steph.
Yeah.
That's an indication of that league and its popularity. And maybe I am giving too much credit to its worldwide popularity versus our sport. Yeah. I do know this. I will not argue you. That if you're 50 and above, and then many have fallen out of love with the NBA. I will not argue that.
Well, speaking of the NBA, JJ Redick introduced yesterday. I heard you talking earlier, and I couldn't agree more. In fact, I had put it down as a point to talk about, so I won't belabor it. But, I mean, what are we doing? I mean, JJ, clean it up. There's no reason to swear. I mean, yeah, go ahead. This is JJ Redick at the...
Pretty simple question. It comes across as uncouth.
Go ahead, Gibby.
What misconceptions or concerns about you that you've heard in the last few weeks are you the most looking forward to dispelling when you're the coach?
It's a valid question. However, I don't really have a great answer for your question because I really don't give a honestly. I want to coach the Lakers. I want to coach the team. I don't want to dispel anything. I don't.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah. And he dropped another one there. It's just, I mean, what are you doing, dude? Yeah. I mean, you got mascara on. You got a $1,000 haircut that smells like Christian Dior. You got a $10,000 suit. You're broadcasting to the public. Okay. You're not in the gym with your guys.
All right, maybe this is along the lines of your NBA. The kids don't care.
Well, again, they don't.
Decorum be damned.
I'm not. Listen, there's a difference in attracting a sports fan and imparting social standards.
Yeah.
Kids don't get to make those, or we're all screwed. We all learn and, grow and mature as we go on. But for a 40-year-old Duke-educated, $10,000 Armani suit-wearing pretty boy, the F-bomb to me always indicates like some sort of portrayed toughness that J.J. Redick, you don't have, man. So stop it. Put your hat on backwards and come into the press conference like you do your podcasts and answer a relevant question. Why you? You've never coached a down, bro.
Yeah.
And it's not, listen, one guy has done this. One guy, only one. Steve Kerr. The only one that got plucked off of the pile with no experience. I guess, and they're screwed because LeBron is not near as good as he and the whole world thinks he still is. And Anthony Davis is a shell of what he was. And they've got serious salary cap issues. And J.J. Redick's about to go 44-38. We'll be wondering next offseason if they should move on from him. If I'm J.J. Redick, you know what I really want more than anything? LeBron to go somewhere else. Let me start fresh. What's this cat going to do for me, man? This is not a good place to be in a career. A first-year player and a second, a 2-year left superstar. That doesn't those goals don't align. Listen, I don't know who's winning the NBA next year, Dan, but I know who's not winning the NBA title.
Lakers.
LeBron, wherever he is. He's not enough. He's not. I don't have an answer for that. You are going to count on him to be what he is not. And he's still a really good player.
What are you counting on him to be?
A superstar. Carry a team to a win.
He's not a superstar anymore?
He cannot carry you to a win or they'd win a playoff series. He can't carry you to a win or they would have won the play. A game. He can't. If LeBron were anywhere near his GOAT status, they wouldn't have blown a lead in every single playoff loss to Denver. They wouldn't have blown one of 20 points. They can't win. You can't. They're not winning with those dudes. I don't think.
You want to break them up?
I don't want to be tied to this guy's last hurrah, trying to do any and everything for today. Ultimately, if you keep LeBron, ultimately they chase. Correct? Ultimately,
26 points a game, 7.3 rebounds, 8.3 assists. I mean, pretty good numbers.
Again, he and Anthony Davis are two guys that if they were what we think they are, they would not lose in the first round of the playoffs. Both healthy, both.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not an 8 seed.
30, 30, 26, 26, and 27 against Denver. Shot 52%, 61, 60, 47, 62%. Made his threes. Made his free throws. 11 assists, 4, 9, 12, and 8. Oh, yeah. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I mean, sum is greater than
when was the bubble? 20?
Yeah.
So and that was the 1920 season. So we played 2021, 21-22, 22-23, 23-20. We played 4 years in a row. And so LeBron's 4 years older than he was then, and they have nothing to show for it. They did go to the Western Conference Finals last year, but they were swept by Denver, or 2 years ago. And then this year lost to Denver in the first round?
Do you know who Corey Perry is? Corey Perry.
Corey Perry was a pop singer in the 80s.
Corey Perry is the first player in NHL history to lose in the Stanley Cup final 4 times in 5 years with 4 teams.
Ouchie. Hey, Corey, you need to do a better job in free agency, friend.
Oh, my God. Oilers, Lightning, Stars, and Canadians. LLLL. Ouch. I mean, good news, bad news for that, for Corey Perry.
Yeah.
Did get there. So, oh, my goodness, that's tough. That's tough.
Do you even want that? Is that fun? I mean, is it fun to go lose the final year after year after year? I don't know. Hey, does he play? Is this a contributor? I don't know that name. I don't remember seeing him for Edmonton. Are you okay with the loser winning the
Conn Smythe?
Yeah. I didn't like it.
It's for the entire playoffs.
I know
it's not
it is.
for the Stanley Cup Finals. He beat Gretzky's record for assists.
He had the most points in a postseason maybe ever, certainly in a long time.
He went Kayate in games 6 and 7.
0 points the last 2 games. That's a problem.
I don't have a problem with it. If I'm
part of it
if
that
I'm
you
the
can't...
Panthers, I'm screaming team. Bobrovsky could have won it.
And that Gonzalez Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Yeah, he could have
Evan
won.
Rodriguez.
I think he led him in points. I mean, he's not a big name. And would it do something for the sports that you got an Evan Rodriguez winning your Conn Smythe?
No.
Are there any Latinos in the hockey? Is that the only one?
I don't know.
There can't be many.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a problem with it.
He had such a I think if he'd have just been okay the last two games, it would have gone seamlessly.
Yeah.
But here we are in the finale, and you went Draisaitl on us.
Yeah, Draisaitl disappeared. He must be hurt. They were even talking about him last night. Like he said, he had no pop in his legs. He just didn't seem like he was moving well. So I don't know. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. But if I'm a Panther fan, I'm like, I don't care. We won the cup. So, but I get it. I mean, it's a little odd. It's a tough vote. Maybe Florida's vote. I don't know if they released the voting per se, but maybe he won in a close vote over one because the Panthers ones would be split, right? The goalie might get some. Your guy Rodriguez could get some. Kachuk didn't do much at all in the Stanley Cup Finals, but he had good play. It's tough, and you kind of live for the moment and the memory of Connor McDavid is Game 6 and 7. Man, there were a lot of Oilers fans down there last night, though. Boy, it's just tough one. That's a tough one for those guys. I felt sorry for them. It's hard to win, 4 straight, man. They won 3. They won 3, and
they were so hot, man. I tell you, it's hard to feel the oppressive home ice advantage or home court advantage or home field advantage through the television. You don't always feel it. Right. I tell you what, watching that 5-10 minutes before the game started pregame, you could feel a definite advantage. If that game had been played last night at the Kemper Arena in Kansas City, I think Edmonton would have won. But man, they were fired up.
All right, Tennessee, LSU, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, Florida. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the last 7 years. SEC national champions in baseball. Tennessee won this year, and they're all different. All different schools, man.
Yeah. A lot of times they're beating an SEC team.
Yeah.
I said in the last 30, 19 of the matchups have involved, 19 of the teams in the College World Series of the last 30 have been SEC teams. That means they've had 5 SEC.
I don't know. The Oregon State has won 3 natties. They won in 18. And I don't know who they had Adley Rutschman. Good for them. And then Coastal Carolina, what a great story. They won a national championship in 16. Then before that, it was Virginia, Vandy, UCLA, Arizona. South Carolina won those 2. LSU, Fresno, Oregon State won in 06, 07. This Pat Casey guy must be a heck of a coach. Texas, you have to go back to 05 to find the last time, and they beat Florida in 05. So, anyway, it's just impressive. And everybody talks about football in the SEC, but baseball is really great.
They're equally dominant.
Yeah.
I mean, the SEC has in a 2-team playoff has sent 2 SEC teams.
Well, and look at how much money the SEC baseball puts into it.
Yeah.
Tennessee's putting $100 million into their stadium.
Yeah.
Mississippi State has a incredible stadium. So,
and here's the thing: I think they get great players because, the old days. If you go D1, Gibby, help me here. It's still a 3-year commitment before you can get drafted. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So you go D1, it's a 3-year commitment. If you're 18 years old and you're a high school stud, the end game here is the major leagues. Well, suddenly, 3 years at an SEC program, you're playing against Paul Skeens. I mean, you're up against guys who are going to be in the big leagues.
And you get up quickly. Look at Langford. I mean, for Florida, Skeens, did you mention?
And the facilities are so good now.
The instruction.
Yeah, it's a great place to grow. It used to be 20 years ago, well, I mean, okay, but I'm not gonna get, so if I got a chance to go pro and I'm a 9th round pick out of high school, I'm gonna go pro. Well, now, do you want to go toil in the minors for a couple, 3 years?
Or go have fun and
or go
maybe
play
make
college
a little
ball.
NIL, make a little bit of money.
And you can do that too.
And make money. Yeah, the mid-major guys are getting 100,
I'll tell you what else has happened
to
too.
go to the Power Fives.
As time has gone on and your alma mater is producing major leaguers and they're around your program, it's just an exponential growth. But yeah, the SEC when it comes to baseball has been arguably more dominant than I can't say that. They've been more dominant even than baseball and football. It's been all SEC. It's never anyone but the SEC. A Clemson here or there, Michigan last year, Ohio State, forever ago. It's SEC every daggone year. And in baseball, it is too.
All right, 641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, and Gibby will give out the prize pack. Gibby, what do we got today?
I do have good news for you. Gibby sorts that through his head, what we have to give away. What was the name of your dude, Perry? What was his first name?
Corey Perry.
Corey Perry. I do have some good news. Won the Cup in 2007 with the Ducks.
There you go.
So at least he has that.
He's on Lord Stanley.
Yeah, so his name is on there.
3,400 plus names on Lord Stanley, but they've had to remove some.
I didn't realize they put every name on there. How in the world do they fit?
Well, they've had to remove some through the years.
Well, then this tells me they probably never should have started putting them on there.
Gibby, what's the prize pack?
4-pack to the Jumbo Shrimp. Any game this year, come check out the 10-10 date tomorrow at the Jumbo Shrimp. It's a 12:05 start against the Nashville Sounds that day or any day this year. Caller number 1-641-1010 for the Jumbo Shrimp 4-pack.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
When did you learn the salute? Right over left. Arms locked at the elbow.
Chop, chop, chop.
Till it burned in our joints and in our hearts.
1010XL, home of the Gators.
Hey, certainly facing interesting economic times, and for me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with my guys at ITP Partners. Those are Jacksonville guys. They're taking care of my Jacksonville money. Look, I'm not an expert when it comes to investing. Can't tell you the difference between a 401k and a SEP IRA. But I do know as I move closer to retirement, my money grows, and that's because of the experts, the guys I trust: Chris Bryant, Jeff Hartman, Reed Wingate, Dan Abel, Reagan Wright. Those are the ITP partners, and it's not just me. It's 3 generations of Hickens. It's friends. It's family. And it ain't cookie-cutter stuff. They listen. They give us individualized strategies. Our goals become their priority. Get in the game, guys. It's a great time to get started. ITP Partners are always there to help. You need information? Just go Chris at ITPpartners.com, Chris at ITPpartners.com, or call 312-9751, 904-312-9751. ITP Partners, my financial partners for life.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
I have done in my career literally thousands of joint replacements.
Meet Dr. Mitchell Scheinkupp, National Medical Director at QC Kinetics, an acclaimed orthopedic surgeon who now advises patients try all they can do to avoid the knife and consider regenerative medicine.
I myself was able to continue skiing for 10 years after my knees started to be a problem because I accessed regenerative medicine.
Now, after 20 years of study, research, teaching, publications, and clinical experience, Dr. Scheinkupp is regarded as one of America's true pioneers.
This is the future of medicine.
Dr. Scheinkupp came to QC Kinetics after seeing what they were doing around the country, helping tens of thousands of patients get lasting relief from joint pain with no surgery and no drugs.
QC is so far ahead of the game in its science, its protocols, its people, its facilities.
Call now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
Expert Automotive is ready to keep you cool this summer. Right now, get an AC inspection or a system cooling checkup. Your choice for only $19.99. Their gift to you this summer is $50 off any service and a free tire rotation with any service. Their ASE certified technicians can keep your car cool without breaking the bank this summer. Call them at 374-3373 to get an appointment today. Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
Davey Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Spend lunchtime with the ladies.
Hey, where's your sense of adventure?
They don't cook, but they serve up spicy sports talk.
Sure, it's on the menu.
Helmets and heels.
That is a meal.
Switched on by First Coast Lighting and Fans on 1010XL.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. I know that hearing another ad for Jacksonville's best promo company interrupts Jacksonville's best sports talk, but at least it isn't a political ad. Check us out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
American Electrical, Northeast Florida's highest-rated electricians, is hiring, and they're looking for people to train for careers. It's not just job training. They're giving you a license that no one can take away from you, training you for jobs that are always in demand and will offer you a peace of mind financially and for the future. Once you know a trade, you'll always be employable. All the details are at american-electrical.com, and with their American Electrical Academy, if you're selected, you'll learn the electrical trade absolutely free of charge. American Electrical Contractors, powered by professionalism.
Golf takes center stage at Hidden Hills Golf Club, but we have a little bit of something for everyone. So whether you want to practice, play, or just relax with friends in the Hills Grill, Hidden Hills is the place for you. Visit us at hiddenhillsgc.com.
Living on Amelia Island, having fun in Bernardino Beach? No matter what brings you to the fun, cozy town, make sure you check out the tap room at Mocama Beer Company. With a full flight of craft creations, from the Cosmico IPA to the Motor, the perfect Pilsners and lagers, matching memories and some Mocama magic is what it's all about. Mocama Beer Company in Bernardino Beach, near the big water where the sun is born. And look for more Mocama craft at your local Total Wine or ABC Liquors.
Save money while beautifying your home with Renewal by Andersen with energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Their exclusive Fibrex product is chic, tough, easy to maintain, and twice as strong as vinyl. Right now, buy one window or patio door and get one 40% off. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 1 year. But restrictions apply. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
20 seconds to go. One last gasp for Edmonton. Bouchard's pass didn't click with Draisaitl. 12 seconds to go. Florida trying to end it up against the wall, which would be fitting. 3 seconds to go. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
I feel like Sean McDonough was like, is that good enough for you? He got criticized throughout the Stanley Cup Finals. He was sick. So he's struggling a little with his voice, and he pushed through, but you know, there were a couple times where somebody would score a goal and he wasn't that enthused about it.
He's very good.
He's the great.
He's gotten the shaft in the whole play-by-play thing through the years. He's gotten
but you know what's funny?
Demoted.
If you go back and look at Sean McDonough, he has some of the greatest games under his belt.
I know he has the Gator games. I know he has a few of those.
For example,
he's got the Fred Taylor, the Jaquez Green game.
Yeah, the 97 game.
Yeah.
He did, how about this one? I'm pretty sure he did the Warren Morris.
He did.
LSU baseball winning the College World Series walk-off home run.
I saw the highlight last night.
Yeah, that was Sean McDonough. I
Yep.
mean, he's been a part of a lot of, like, not necessarily the Super Bowl or the NBA Finals, but he's been part of games that were huge games in the scope of the sport. So kind of cool. All right, I want to touch on this for just a second here, and I don't want to rain on the parade, but I mean, I'm keep hearing and I'm looking, and it's a summer of lists, and you know, we rank positions and things of that ilk, right?
Okay.
And you know, PFF or CBS Sports or whatever. And I guess my question is, Trevor says he's on the best team he's ever been on this year.
Yeah, that's athlete speak. They're not better than the last 2 years. I mean, they may end up being better, but
and by the way,
I don't know how he comes up.
The great news now is with the contract and everything, it's all officially official. It's Trevor's team now. It will be for the foreseeable future.
2 high-paid leaders on both sides of the ball.
You got those. You got those right. Okay, and those are the 2 guys that showed up in like Prisco's top 100. And every year it seems that I continue to bring this up, and I bemoan the lack of stars on our roster. Right? I mean, I've made it a point here. Like, we need more stars. So you look at the top 100 players in the league, and who do you see there?
And by the way, those aren't all stars.
Right.
Those are just the top 100.
Well, yeah, you want a guy, yeah. So you'd like to have, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever. And I don't know which team has the most. I haven't looked at it.
I will say this. There's just look at the Super Bowl. There's 2 ways to do it. You have to either have, like, the Niners have the most. There's your answer. The Niners have the most stars. They have the most stars. They got 5 or 6 guys you would say are top 2 at their position sometimes.
All right.
And the Chiefs are the opposite. They don't have stars. They got an unbelievable quarterback and a great coach.
Yeah.
Now, not that Kelsey's a star. I'm just saying they don't have 5 or 6 stars. They got Mahomes, Kelsey, and Reed.
Chris Jones.
And you feel like,
Chris
Jones. That's fair. That's a defensive
Yeah.
star. But you feel like you can just put, okay, look, okay, this would be the comparison.
Mm-hmm.
If you're the Jags, you hope Peterson, Trevor, Josh can be Reed, Mahomes, Chris Jones. Yeah, he's still got to find some Kelsey production, but our guy was as productive. He's not as good.
Okay, so I guess.
Anyway.
So, but my point is, if you look at, all right, where would Trevor be ranked in the quarterbacks this year, going in this year? Like 10, right?
Yeah,
11,
10.
12, whatever.
That's right. Anywhere from 10.
That's fine. You look at the running backs you just mentioned earlier. ETN was 11th.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Top third.
You mentioned, what would the offensive line be ranked as a unit? Low.
Deep 20s.
Deep 20s.
But I will say this. With Cam from the get-go, Harrison in year 2, and Morse added at
Hopefully
center.
they're better.
They should be better. Hopefully they can get to the 15 range. I'm not predicting it.
The receiver group is going to be in the 20s. Okay? So
the receiver group, Dan, might be 30 right now.
Yeah, I mean,
and honestly, because you got a rookie now, they might be at the end of the year 10 if Brian Thomas. But I tell you what, this isn't the old NFL where you get to come in year 1, catch 28 balls, and you explode in year 2. You come into the league now, and you're a pass catcher. You catch 80 footballs for 900 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Point being, and it's something I want to discuss here momentarily. The expectation level is not going to be, I think it was higher last year going into the year than it is this year. Is that fair to say?
Sorry, Luncher, what now?
I think the expectation is higher last year in the offseason than this year.
Sure. We were coming off of a good finish.
9-8, 9-8.
I will say this. I don't think they're worse than they were going into last year. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not saying they are either.
They are at receiver.
Yeah.
You could argue they're better everywhere else than they were a year ago. So
Eric Armstead makes them better on the D-line.
Sure.
Trayvon Walker's coming off a 10-sack season.
Sure.
But
and more than anything, I think that, again, the O-line is the Achilles heel here.
Mm-hmm.
Cam, to me, is our best offensive lineman. Mentality, motor. Is he an all-pro? No. Maybe that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But have Cam, who we didn't have for about 7 games last year, including the first 4. Harrison played all year as a rookie. You got to see some benefits of that. And you replace by a mile the weak spot of your team. I mean, Luke Fortner got cockroached out there, man. He would just get blown up over and over and over again. Rated by PFF as the 37th best center. That's a problem. He's our starter, and there are 32 starters in the league. So that could lead to just a real jump. So maybe, but the receiving group is not. The receiving group is got a lot to prove. The receiving group feels a lot more like DJ Chark, Marvin Jones, whoever hell, who I couldn't even tell you how bad our receivers have been. You don't even remember who they were.
Yeah. It's just, it's just that little bit of a sobering thing as you see these lists start to come out. There's nobody happier than our next guest, Charlton K. Gainey. He joins the program now, finally getting a national championship. I don't know if I know you're not the same man that we used to know would be up drinking all night and celebrating the natty and then swear on the program and be suspended for a month and a half.
That's happened.
So let's but we welcome you to the show with a hearty congratulations.
This isn't a question. it is an accusation / statement, and I will stand by it.
Oh.
But if you went back to February 4th, Mr. Tennessee could name maybe three players on the Tennessee baseball team. February 4th.
I don't know.
February 4th.
Yes.
I don't know.
February 4th.
You might want to back up that, Mr. Copa. I know you watched Copa America all day yesterday, didn't you?
Do you want to have a 41-second appearance? Do you? Do you?
You're attacking me?
College baseball expert now with your title? Huh? It was not meant as egregiously as you took it. I didn't know 3 Florida players in February. So sorry there, Kyle Peterson.
No, Jeff, I've actually ground on the baseball stuff over the last 4 years.
Okay.
So
they got good.
That's the only reason.
They got good.
That's fair.
They've been good.
They've been good.
You know, the last 4 years.
Hey, Ted, let me ask you this.
The mountain.
They're the first number 1 seed to win it since Miami did, and when Miami won it, they were the first time that they had a number 1 seed.
Ted, let me ask you this question. Was the team that didn't make the College World Series in the last 4 years, because they've made 3 out of 4, Tennessee has, but the team that didn't make it lost to Notre Dame and Link Jarrett.
Super regional.
Was that team the best of those 4 teams? Because some say that was. I don't know.
Without a doubt. And that was the team that did all the clowning. And, look, we got a lot of haters out there. We kind of stopped some of that.
Let me ask you a question, Tim. Who
the daddy had?
Do you have any one of this 4-year? Do we have Vols in the majors? Like, who have they produced? Any names?
Yeah.
Who?
They're coming.
There's a couple guys.
They're coming.
Okay,
it's only been 4 years.
Again, I'm not trying, but again, I'm just thinking like way back to last year.
We got
Langford and Skeens.
We got one in the minors who we love. So.
Ben Joyce is a pitcher who throws triple digits. He was barely in the minors,
but not yet though.
No, he's up. He's up right now.
He's up.
With the Angels. Yeah, from Tennessee.
Oh, is Garrett Crochet a Vol?
Yes, he is.
Oh well,
there
there
the White Sox.
That's
there you go.
Soon to be Brave. That'll be fun.
And he's like Chris Sale.
Here's the thing. Jeff, I got a question for you. And I was thinking about it. I was hoping it would be Kentucky or Florida that we got to play for the championship.
Okay.
Because how many times you get to play your rival to win a natty? I think back, Florida State a couple times.
Yeah, not a ton.
Normally you're having to play somebody that's, out of the conference with somebody else.
Yeah.
It would have been a lot more fun if it had
Texas
been
A&M still doesn't feel like an SEC team. All these years later,
They don't.
I mean, I know they are, and I'm not saying they're any downgraded. They just don't. They just still doesn't feel like it. Neither will Texas, Oklahoma, or Arkansas to a degree.
Well, I'll tell you, for us, I mean, Blade, the Tidwell kid, and the what's the outfielder's name? 10 that's in the Mets organization that they love. It's Gilbert. Vols.
Yeah, okay. Good player.
Yeah, we got
assume they do.
Gilbert's the one we got from
team.
Houston, right? From Verlander. Isn't that the kid?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they're
By the
coming
way,
is the point. They're coming.
Congratulations on the Gators. You guys stepped up.
10, would you trade this year's baseball title for a natty in football this year instead?
I would trade that. I would trade downtown Knoxville in 1984 World Fair.
I hear you.
That ball up there.
Yeah, you're more in my camp there.
I think the left testicle might go.
Oh, wow. No. Testicles made the show. We got to let you go, JJ.
Come on!
It's the drill on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Wherever you go, there we are.
I know. I checked online.
1010XL is on your smartphone and tablet. Download our free app for all devices and take us with you around Duval and around the world.
Hey, gang, it's Hicken here. I want to talk some skin. Peaches Dermatology does too. Boy, those guys, Doctors Metz and Boudreaux, they've taken care of me for years, man. And I tell you what, nobody better in the business of skin care. And if you're going out in this hot, hot sun right now, man, you got to put on the sunscreen, man. This stuff will creep up on you. You just don't know it. I've had some, Mohs surgeries done through the years, and they've got experts at Peaches Dermatology who are going to take good care of you. But man, put on the sunscreen if you're going golfing. Put on the sunscreen if you're going to your kids' games this summer. Put on the sunscreen if you're going to the beach or you're going fishing, man. And if there's anything on your skin that you're like, this doesn't seem normal, give Peaches Dermatology a call. They're very easy to get a hold of online at beachesdermatology.com.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Mia here, and I've got 2 words for you. Incredible inventory. And it's all at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. I'm talking over 600 vehicles in stock, 1 location. That's over 275 SUVs, over 200 cars, over 110 pickups. Arlington Pre-Owned even has 125 vehicles under $18K. Plus, now you get 60 days to love your purchase or exchange it. And help from Arlington's Credit for Everyone program. Shop 10939 Atlantic Boulevard or arlingtontoyota.com.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Nothing has a 10-year warranty except for a new AC unit from Vons. VONS. Vons Amazing 10. This is legit. A full 10-year warranty. It covers parts, labor, and refrigerant. That's an unmatched commitment they make to their customers, while others will charge extra for weekend and same-day emergencies. Not at Vons. No extra charges. Just great service when you need it, whether your unit needs to be repaired or replaced. Remember, if your AC won't turn on, just call Vons.
Yo, E to the T here, and we've all been there before. A weekend trip to the casino? Canceled because real life came calling. MyBookie's new and improved online casino is here to change the game. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience featuring the latest in slots, progressive jackpots, and live dealer action. All from the comfort of the crib, my boy. I love the live casino. Just go to MyBookie and click Live Casino at the top. You'll find the dealers ready to spin just like you're at the casino. The MyBookie Casino provides a Las Vegas experience with the actions in your hands, and you don't even need to wear pants, my guy. Start at MyBookie today with a generous sign-up bonus using promo code 1010XL and a revamped loyalty program that'll ensure the host an exclusive VIP perk. So sign up and hit the casino with promo code 1010XL. The more you play, the more you win. Only with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Southern Oak Insurance. The stadium deal negotiated by Mayor Deegan and the Jaguars is on track for City Council to give its support today. Council members only made minor changes to the core deal that would do $1.4 billion of work on Everbank Stadium. The vote today won't be the final word because the City Council still must decide investment in the Community Benefits Agreement. With the season over, Florida Gator baseball took a big hit. 5 Florida players entered the transfer portal. All 5 players just finished their freshman season and were part of the 2023 recruiting class that head coach Kevin O'Sullivan brought to campus this past year. Either way, the SEC was going to have a college baseball champion, and it turned out to be the Tennessee Volunteers for the first time in the school's history. The Vols prevailed Monday over the Texas A&M Aggies in Game 3 of the championship round of the College Baseball World Series. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 79 degrees at 8:10. Time and Temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're back. Todd Helton, of course, was also a Tennessee Volunteer. Everybody knows that. Great baseball player and football player. And then somebody also said that McDonough was on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Somebody also said that McDonough was on the FSU Georgia Tech game, and he said FSU losing to Georgia Tech on that block kick. Always remember because of the voice crack on What a Time to Be Alive. And I said, McDonough always has a great voice crack.
Every time.
Yeah. Like when
90 yards!
He's had a great voice crack,
He
man.
wasn't the 90. Not Fred Taylor's 90 yards.
No. No,
I think it was a Derrick Henry run where he had a voice crack,
He's
too.
had him.
Well, he definitely
Jack is great.
Yeah, and then Fred Taylor, he's always doing something.
he has a terrific voice.
All right, I got this hot off the presses. We were talking about the Jaguars and Trevor thinking they're better. I don't know if we can compare and contrast this to years past with this same sort of column.
Mm-hmm.
But ESPN 30 minutes ago releasing this little ditty. Which NFL teams have the best and worst rosters? Let's stack all 32
rosters.
Projected starting lineups.
Okay.
I'm going to guess before we start. We're going to find ourselves.
It's like a power poll. It's the same thing.
Pretty close.
I mean,
now, you probably
depth,
get
I guess, is a difference.
Yeah, I guess in some, maybe.
I think
maybe if you have a two-headed backfield instead of a one. Maybe if you
I'll say this. I think we'll be a little lower in the roster than we are in the power poll because I think that we get points because we have Trevor.
Okay.
So I think we'll be a little bit lower roster-wise.
You know, we skim over these types of – there's 40 of these online every day.
Right.
When I say these, not this exact same subject matter, but similar.
Sure.
And they're pretty easy to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
If you're hot and you've played well last year, your stock is up. But
the Niners have a better roster than the Chiefs.
Yes.
Right?
All right. I believe they do.
I would agree.
I mean, I haven't looked. Have you looked already? Yeah.
No.
Number one is San Francisco.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
And again, we said that also apply. I mean, listen, you want to talk about stars.
Mm-hmm.
Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel,
yeah.
George Kittle, Brock Purdy, Trent Williams, Nick Bosa. I mean, they're just Fred Warner. They literally have 7 stars.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Niners number one. They got to win, dude. You got to win a Super Bowl, Shanahan.
Yeah, 100%.
Because by the way, in 3 years, this won't be the case. Guys age, they injure. I mean, you are
Get
right
paid.
now.
Yeah.
It is right now, and you've got Purdy still under that rookie deal.
Yeah.
And not only is he a rookie deal, he's a 7th round rookie deal. He's playing for like $8 an hour.
Yeah, he is.
All right. By the way, they just love Pearsall.
No, we'll see.
I know. I mean, to just assume Pearsall is going to be Ayuk. They've got Pearsall in the starting lineup already.
Yeah.
And they re-signed Juwan Jennings, so that's kind of strange. All right, Niners, number 2, Chiefs.
Okay.
It is, it's a little bit more than Mahomes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Can we talk Kelsey?
Yeah.
They got really good defense with Chris Jones. The corner who was so good, was it McDuffie?
They lost with Jerry Sneed.
Yeah.
Who was good last year, but wouldn't count this year. The projected starters, I don't know, receiver, Marquise Brown, Xavier Worthy. Rashee Rice is a good player if he can, just stay out of jail.
Marquise Brown and Xavier Worthy are probably a little bit better going in than the receivers they had last year, though.
Maybe.
Quite honestly.
And now Rashee Rice is one of those receivers, and he's played a second year.
Yeah.
You know who they're really high on, higher than you might think? Pacheco. Like around the league.
Ferdy's boy.
The fight doctor.
Grandson. I'm sorry.
Number 3, Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Jets.
Jets have a very good roster.
Hey, Salah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number 5, Lions.
The Jets.
That escalated quickly.
The Jets so screwed up last year, just real quick, because
they should have gotten
the stupidity.
Yeah, they should have kept trying.
Was to not go get a quarterback.
Right. Dumb.
Should have got Flacco right back before, and he would have been.
Or made a trade for Beathard. Somebody. Yeah. I mean,
Somebody.
Beathard. No, Ixnay. But
yeah.
Minshew before he went in.
100%.
First game, and then the Colts would have been stuck, and they would have been 4-12.
I'm just saying that was dumb, and he doubled down. And I believe in Zach Wilson, and Zach Wilson's not the guy. I mean, it was so obvious.
I'll say this: they've got. Here is where I would put the Jets very high in the triplet category of Rodgers, Hall, and Wilson. Don't like the other 2 receivers. I know Tyler Conklin.
They got who?
Mike Williams is always hurt.
It's an improvement.
Malachi Corley, I'm assuming, is a rookie.
That's the rookie from Western. They're all high on him. Western Kentucky.
I know, I get it. I know they are, but they're not proven.
All right.
I mean, that's Brian. That's the Jags.
Yeah.
Only Wilson's better than Kirk. May not be more accomplished, but
Wilson
he's better.
Is better than Kirk, yes.
All right, let's go to the Lions. That escalated
And by the way,
quickly.
the Jets really beefed up their offensive line.
That's true.
They went and got 3 guys.
I would be wary of the Jets. I could.
And their defense has been really good.
I can legitimately sell you 12 playoff teams from the AFC. That's why it's going to be hard. I can find legitimate 12 teams out of the 16.
Right, keep going. Who's 4?
Dallas is 6.
Who was 5? Lions. You said
the Lions were 5. That escalated quickly.
That's high.
Yeah. The Bengals are 7. The Houston Texans are 8. Oopsie.
Yeah.
Bills are 9. Got a lot of AFC here, Hick.
I know.
Eagles are 10. Dolphins are 11. Browns are 12.
Again, this isn't a power poll. This is the best
starting lineup. Packers are 13. Rams are 14.
Well, there you go.
Jags are 15, right where we said.
Right.
Here's what they say.
But lower than the power poll.
A little bit.
Yeah, it was like 12 and 15.
Yeah, actually, weren't we just 13? Weren't we one outside the playoffs? Maybe not. Okay, anyway. Here's what they write. Biggest strength. What's the biggest strength? I disagree with this. Big time. We would have never said this.
Well, it's D-line.
Off-ball linebacker. Okay. That's a problem. Don't overlook an underrated Jaguars defense with plenty of star power. Foye Oluokun is one of those stars, having played 1,000-plus snaps, recorded 170-plus tackles each of the last 3 years.
He's been very good.
56 more tackles than any other player, and trails only Quandre Diggs in snaps during that span. Running mate Devin Lloyd, a 2022 first-round pick, showed improvement last year, now has 242 tackles in 2 seasons. 20th in the league. Again, not my list.
Trust my eyes.
All right, now.
He's got to be better.
This surprises me. This is wrong. This is wrong. This guy's wrong.
Okay.
This is a cursory look at our roster. This is not really knowing the ins and outs. Biggest weakness on the football team. It has to be more specific than D-line. So, in other words, if you're going to say D-line, you'd have to say edge rusher. If you're going to say secondary, you'd have to say strong safety.
Yeah, I would still worry about the I'd worry about the interior offensive line, and I'd worry about the receiver core.
How worried would you worry at all? I mean, would offensive tackle be a huge worry?
No.
It's not for me either. We have an established guy in Cam.
We don't have great offensive tackles, but they're
not
solid.
It's not and we have Walker Little as a third.
Yeah.
I would say that tackle would be among our top 3
better
or 4.
Than the interior.
Much better, and better than our D-line, better than our secondary, better than our receivers.
Agreed.
Just the tackles. Well, biggest weakness, offensive tackle. Same as last year, they write. The offensive line is concerned. That's especially the case of tackle. Cam Robinson's struggles have continued. He sits dead last among tackles in run block win rate the last 2 years.
Not good.
Anton Harrison is
stuff rate, Jeff. Don't make me go stuff rate on you.
That was bad. Anton Harrison is a candidate for a step forward in his second season, though he had a fair share of struggles as a rookie. He was much better in the last 6-7 games. I have read that. Here's what they say: X factor for 2024, Trayvon Walker.
I'm sorry. Go back. What did he say about Anton Harrison?
Harrison is a candidate for a step forward in his second season, though he had his fair share of struggles as a rookie. 3rd worst offensive tackle in pass block win rate. X factor for 2024, Trayvon Walker. It took time, but Walker started to show up last season. 15% pass rush win rate, just shy of average. 10 sacks. Is the former first rounder have another gear in him? If so, he and Josh Allen can make quite a tandem, especially with Eric Armstead. Non-starter to know. Yasir Abdullah.
No,
do we really know him yet?
I mean,
the Jags can't thrive on Josh Allen alone. We know defensive players still need backups and a little bit of rest. The depth at edge rusher is not strong for the Jags, so they'll need Abdullah, the second-year edge rusher, to step forward and make some plays. Abdullah had 19.5 sacks in 2 years at Louisville.
Yeah, I'm not going there.
Yeah, I'm not buying. Anyway, by the way, why am I getting non-starters if this is a column about starters?
Good point.
So there they are. Middle again.
Who has the worst, just out of curiosity?
I will say this, in fairness. I mean, sometimes we need to step back. I mean, listen, you pleaded. Past the point of a bit, you pleaded with sports fan sincerity. Can I just get to December and throw me up at 6-8, still in the hunt?
In the hunt, yeah.
I mean, you begged for that
2 years ago.
That was not long ago.
Yeah.
So we do. Sometimes we do just to keep our own optimism in our reality check. We have way advanced from the trash of the league.
Yes.
To a team with some hope.
But the job of the front office is to make the team better each and every year.
For 100%.
Incrementally. And I'm okay with that.
No doubt.
But
we're where we are because NFL teams don't get better. They get better quarterbacks, Dan.
And we could say...
Boy, Trevor's proven the only good thing I've ever said on this show 100% correct. It's the only reason we're 9-8 instead of 6-11 is because of Trevor.
We could say remember 2 years ago, we were ahead of schedule. We had the great ending. We won those games. We won the South. We won a playoff game. We went toe-to-toe with the Chiefs for a while. I mean, we were ahead of schedule. Last year, should have won the division. Should have won the division. We didn't. And so that made us take a big step back. Now we got to get into, all right, we got to consistently make the postseason. And then
I know we need to, and I think we need a run.
And then you get a run.
Yeah. I think we're to that. I mean, consistently make the. That's fair. We've only made it once.
I don't want to go wild card weekend and lose a game, but again, that would be better than last year.
Not going for sure.
All right, let's.
Worst roster. Let's go to the bottom.
Yeah.
All right, worst roster. Giants.
Wow.
Biggest weakness secondary. Biggest strength defensive front.
Where's Carolina?
Probably right in front of them.
I was going to say they have to be
number
worse.
31.
Yeah.
This would number 30. This is not Carolina, but number 31 would be the biggest endorsement of, hey, coaches, think Denver Broncos. If you're Sean Payton, you can't come out of retirement to go to a team that's going to have the second worst roster in the league your second year.
Well, if he's
that's poor forethought.
If it's a long term and he enjoys Denver and he's a good coach, they did better last year than if they had that bad of a roster. He did a good job coaching.
They
but he did a good job coaching them.
Really going to see this quarterback whisperer.
Challenge.
Reputation. Yeah, that's going to be challenged with what he has.
It's going to be a challenge. All right, we got
30 is Washington. 29 is Carolina. 28 is the Arizona Cardinals. There was one on here that surprised me, so I'm going to go 27 to Patriots. 26 is the Raiders. Ouch. 25 the Titans, so that's good. But 24, that happened fast too. The Chargers.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Biggest strength edge rusher, biggest weakness, running back. Man, Austin Eckler gone. He's not there anymore.
But they got the two guys from Baltimore.
Yeah, those guys are just guys.
And they got
29. He's over the hill, Gus Edwards. And J.K. Dobbins is always hurt. Yeah. But the coach is a big deal.
All right, we'll take a break. We got brunch with the tour. Tom Alter is in, so
we'll update you.
We'll get him to tank a little bit, yeah.
And be back with more. It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. It sure is great living in the golf capital of the world.
Blue skies, fresh cut grass, birds chirping.
1010XL, Jacksonville's golf station.
Jeez, you love this golf stuff, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Hicken here. Brace for hurricane season with Rhino Shield. Their home exterior coatings withstand 96-mile-per-hour wind-driven rains, keeping your home safe and dry. Rhino Shield's advanced ceramic technology also helps keep your home cooler. And guess it reduces your energy bills as well. This summer, take advantage. I'm telling you, man, Rhino Shield wants to help. 30% off, 0% interest financing, 25-year transferable warranty. Can't be any better than that. Call Rhino Shield today, 904-414-4868, 904-414-4868 for a free estimate, or sign up at rhinoshieldjax.com. Real easy, rhinoshieldjax.com.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
This is Hayes Carlion for QC Kinetics. Are you not able to enjoy this summer as much as you want because of joint pain? Well, give my friends at QC Kinetics a call at 904-274-5522 for a free consultation. They're serving the Jacksonville area with locations in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra Beach. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking lasting joint pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics advanced treatments harness your own body's ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue so you can walk, run, hike, play golf, move again, pain-free. Their advanced protocols have enabled tens of thousands of patients to reclaim their mobility. Stop putting it off. Take action now and live your best life again. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation. 904-274-5522 in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra. That is QC Kinetics.
Dang, missed the ball, broke the tee. No worries, I'll just go to golf-tee-repair.com and get these babies fixed. Oh, and while I'm on the site, I'll check out the Pro Shop with exclusive apparel designed by Jacksonville for local golfers. Golf-tee-repair.com. Don't forget the hyphens. It's the place for golf stuff.
When persistent plumbing problems leave you feeling flushed, don't panic. Call Roland Reich. They quote all pricing in advance, so your only surprise is how quickly they'll solve your issue. Roland Reich Plumbing. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
Catch the Jacksonville Jaguars every day.
Jaguars Today from the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute studios.
With Mike Dempsey and Fat Tony talking teal every weekday from 10 to noon.
Jaguars Today
on 1010XL.
Ready to drive away with a fortune? Join us at Best Bet St. Augustine for our Fairways to Fortune giveaway. Over $30,000 in prizes are up for grabs, including a top-of-the-line 6-seater golf cart. Join us July 27th at Best Bet St. Augustine for the big giveaway and hourly cash drawings. Come play and win big at Best Bet St. Augustine, located on State Road 207, seconds away from the I-95 exit. Visit bestbetjacks.com for details. That's bestbetjacks.com, and we'll see you in St. Augustine.
Hey Jacksonville, Lauren Brooks here from Helmets and Heels for Big Chief Tire. And if you're looking for quality tires that won't break the bank, they've got you covered. With 5 convenient locations around town, Big Chief keeps Jacks rolling. Right now, they're offering $50 off a new set of tires. It's the perfect time to upgrade before you hit the road for summer vacation. Head over to BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 today to take advantage of this incredible deal. That's Big Chief Tire, 904-932-0950.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and you've got so much going on Atlantic near Regency. Greg, tell them about the boats that you have.
I'll tell you, we've got a full line of coach pontoons, and we just got the new Honda Seabrook series. It's a 19-foot center console, all with legendary Honda outboards.
And that means you can get on the water, you can enjoy a smooth ride, and great Honda technology.
Absolutely. You'll never be left behind with Honda.
And don't forget, Scout Pontoon Boats. They're both there on the lot. Check them out. Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency or cyclesofjacksonville.com.
1010XL Weekly is out now. Mia here, and text the word weekly to subscribe to our new 1010XL newsletter and for a chance to win Jaguars and concert tickets. Get an inside look at local sports, trending players, station info, and chances to win prizes all year long.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Scotty Scheffler comes out of the chaos in Connecticut with another tournament title.
Now, Brunch with the Tour. Brought to you by
Clearwater Irrigation and Drainage too.
And Art of Natural Stone. Brunch provided by Chick-fil-A on 1010XL.
All right, time to talk some golf. Our buddy Tom Alter is in.
It's a good day to have one of the real historians of the tour offices out there.
I'm here for you.
Stewie's up in the mountains hiding from the bosses, which is, okay
happens.
for this time of
He's
year.
got a tough life, Stewie does. He needs some time.
I know, he really grinds a lot. But we have something historic going on. Can you put the Scheffler into a perspective for us? It's
Well, the first
I don't want
player
to
to
lose
win
sight of this
six-
doesn't happen.
Yeah.
This doesn't happen much.
The first player to win 6 times before July since some guy named Arnold Palmer in 1962.
Been that long, huh?
So
Tiger never did it. Even the year he won,
Not
he had a
even Tiger.
9 and an 8. He didn't
Not
do it
even
this
Tiger.
quick.
And
that's the right
Yeah.
there. You can stop.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
doing
60
stuff
years.
that Tiger didn't
60
do.
years.
Yeah.
It's doing stuff that Tiger hasn't done. And Arnold Palmer was the last to do it, who also won the Masters that year. So this really is, again, I think the last time I was here, I was hoping, I think I said I was hoping that fans would warm up to Scotty because he's not demonstrative like Tiger was, no fist pumps or anything
He
like that.
puts the ho-hum in winning. He really does.
But I'm hoping
it's
people
okay.
will come around to see.
He's starting. We're getting a little bit more fire out of him.
A little bit more. Well, he's fiery. He likes to win. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But you're hoping he's more like a Federer, that he's just the talent and the style that he has to win is enough that people will come around and warm
I'm
up.
telling you, man, I never thought
He's such a nice person, too.
Right. Watching Sunday, I never once thought he wasn't going to win.
Yeah, I knew he was going to win.
Great for Tom Kim. I mean, great shot on 18.
Oh, my gosh, he almost hold it.
Yeah.
That would have been epic.
And then he made the putt.
Yes.
Which is, that's a tough, under pressure, 10 foot 4 inches, I think is what they said.
Yeah, well, and he just had to go through that circus of
the chaos in Connecticut.
Jeff, I listened to you on Monday in your rant about the protesters. I so much wanted one of those girls to just have her face planted right in the sand and get up there and have just
Like I said, I know what my retirement job would be. I want to work security at PGA events. Just give me a Billy Club and a walkie-talkie, and nobody coming on the 18th green. We're good here.
But Tom Kim came through with the big,
was great.
big clutch putt, and they go to the playoff, and Scotty is just
And
too
Scotty, then this is what also struck me. And again, I just don't appreciate how good they are. So it goes to 18 T. Tom Kim went first, right? If I remember correctly. Driver hits it down the middle.
Yeah.
And Scotty takes a 3-wood.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is he hitting a 3-wood? Why wouldn't he hit a driver? And
all he needs.
Because it's 150 yards, and I'll take my pitching wedge and I'll stick it within 12 feet. That's why.
The other thing about Scotty, coming
up.
down the stretch on the 13th hole, he hit a 3-wood from the fairway to like 12 feet.
Yeah.
And then he hit a 3-wood off the tee on 14, and then flipped a wedge up there to like 2 feet, and then he hits 15. The par 5.
We talk a lot about when we talk about generations of golf, and we attribute different reasons for guys' greatness. And like the argument, you could go to Jack's here, and he had to beat this many Hall of Famers. You had to go this. You ever wonder what Jack Nicklaus would do with today's technology? I mean, we're talking about an era where these guys, if they were 160 yards, they had to hit 6-iron. These guys hit wedge. Do you ever wonder, how many 59s there would have been back in the day with Pro V1 X's and,
you never, and that's the thing,
smoke drivers.
It's the same thing with baseball players. They never faced a slider, and they never faced guys.
This one seems more
90, 100 miles an hour.
They always had the same equipment, though. I mean, and this is so simple. This would be like if, suddenly basketball, back in the day, they played on 15-foot hoops, and now they're on 10. Or in football, back in the day, it was only 5 yards for a first down.
Steel shafts versus wooden shafts. Like Bobby Jones never played with steel shafts. So it's different eras. I understand what your point is.
Yeah.
That
it's not a big point. I'm not into an argument, but I just was thinking that now from this standpoint. These guys aren't so much better that they hit pitching wedges 30 yards further than the other great golfers, and it's a big advantage to hit a high, soft pitching wedge.
And the way the technician has changed, the technology has changed, I should say, is that
it's easier.
Let's face it, a pitching wedge is now what an 8-iron used to be.
But that's not totally true. And back, it may go distance, but back in the day, the 8-iron had a lower trajectory. You hit a pitching wedge today,
the
same distance as an 8-iron before, and it'll go higher.
Correct.
That's that's to me the biggest difference.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That with the technology and the weights and the type of metal that they're using, so when they hit the sweet spot with the pitching wedge, it flies higher and as far as an old.
Correct.
So Scotty, since Palmer, won the Players, tied for 2 in Texas, won the Masters, won the Heritage, went to jail at the PGA, tied for 2nd at the Schwab, won the Memorial, shouldn't have shaved at the U.S. Open, and then won the Travelers.
That week at the PGA, he also finished in the top 10, despite going to jail.
Right. And everybody said, well, it wasn't until Saturday. Well, come on, man.
Well, he didn't have his caddy on Saturday. His caddy went home to a daughter's graduation. Did you know that?
And
that's a big deal.
And that was the day that
That's
he
the
really
day
struggled.
he shot 70-something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So anyway, I mean, he's just on a historic run is the best way to say it. And so enjoy.
Will he play enough? How many times will he play the rest of the year? 3 times?
He said that he's definitely playing the Open. He might play the Scottish. He hasn't decided on the Scottish.
That doesn't count for his win total, though, does it?
No, that would.
The Scottish is now a PGA event?
It
is,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Well, I need him to play. I want to see some history.
Right. Then after that, he's going to play in the Olympics, which is not a PGA Tour event. So
Correct.
that won't count.
That's right.
Winning a gold medal would be.
After the Olympics, are we right into the playoffs?
There's the Wyndham Championship, which he will not play, but then the 3 playoff events. So
will he skip one of the playoff events?
He'll play all 3.
He will.
Yeah.
Okay. They used to be 4. They've changed that.
You're right. That's why it's 3.
Let me ask you again from the historical perspective. Why all of these incredible tour seasons in history, all of the ones that are in double digits, they all occur between 45 and 50. Did half of the tour have to go serve in the war? Why did Byron Nelson in 1945 win 18 times? Why wasn't he in the war? What were the circumstances?
So Byron
because
Nelson,
Hogan, Snead, Nelson, they all had like 12, 13, 18 win seasons in that little period. Obviously, they didn't serve.
Well, Byron Nelson did not serve because he had hemophilia.
Okay.
So he couldn't serve. And he dominated. But the other guys did serve.
They did. They just came back after
They
him.
weren't at the front lines like a Lloyd Mangrum, who's in the Hall of Fame, who fought at the Battle of the Bulge. But the other guys did their service time. And they also competed on and off during the seasons. Like in the year that, in 1945, when he won 18 times, including 11 in a row.
I mean, I just got to think. I mean,
Hogan won a few times that year, and Snead won a few times.
Were they in the field for those 11 events? Yeah, it's hard to know for sure.
Yeah, come and go.
That's to me that I don't. All due respect to Lord Byron, that to me seems like the most contrived, jinky. There's something going on. There's a reason. There's nobody wins 11 straight times unless nobody's playing. Did this guy play events where there were 4 people in the field?
No,
honestly,
no. That is not true. But he clearly was better than him, Hogan, Snead, Nelson, Hogan, Snead. They were clearly
all right.
better
So
than
Scotty
everybody else.
has what, 12 PGA Tour wins
total? Yeah.
Okay. So he's a guy who's going to get you said no one will ever get to, what, 30?
I will say this. How many does Tiger have? 82?
82.
You know how many Tiger had when he was Scotty Scheffler's age?
More than that.
32.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he ain't
20
getting,
more. So
he ain't getting 82,
so he may
but
not
I
get
think
to 40.
Scotty Scheffler will get
I think he'll get to 40. Oh, is it 30? Was
You
that the
said
number?
30,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, then for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But you know what? In
30's
fairness,
a lot.
can I use now?
I know.
30's a lot.
No, but he had said
because everyone's getting so much better.
We've always said,
but we've also thinned the herd a little bit with some of those dudes going to live. So
Yeah.
that might make 30 a little bit more.
That'll change here in a couple
Maybe
months.
some of them will be coming back.
Yeah.
By the way, I said this the other day.
That seems like a mini press.
And
release
I don't
you
want
just said
to
there.
get bogged down in Live, but the worst fit in the history of Live is John Rahm. I mean, this thing is a disaster.
It's clear he went thinking in 2 weeks that we're all going to be back together.
I mean, and they'll get back
He
together.
looks miserable.
His reaction to the drone
Oh
was
my gosh,
really,
dude.
really fun.
I mean, he looks fatter. He looks sloppier.
He plays serious golf. That's not serious golf.
He's just
It's not.
not.
When you encourage fans to make noise and everyone's wearing shorts and they're playing music, there's a place for it. That's fine. But it's not the champ. You grew up idolizing Seve. He's rolling over in his grave, John. I think he knows that.
Right in front of the sign that says "Golf but louder," he was complaining.
Yeah.
Because it was too loud.
Rory has 26 too, by the way.
Rory.
So he might.
But when we
35.
made that statement, he probably had 20.
Yeah, he may have.
Maybe not that many.
Yeah. Anyway, so
I think we did it when Mickelson got there. I was like, there might not be another one.
Our guy's playing this week, right?
Who's our guy?
The
Miles
youngster.
Russell making his PGA Tour debut.
That's this week.
It's
huh?
this week.
right?
Where
Yes.
are we this week?
Rocket
Anyway,
We are in Detroit.
Yeah.
So you're telling me
Golf
Scotty
Club.
won't play John Deere? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not, but you know what? The John Deere field is pretty good. I was just looking at
Why?
it.
That's new.
Because
It's the week before the Open still?
no, the week before the Scottish.
Oh.
Yeah.
It used to be the week before the British.
Yeah.
But so Sepp Straka is the defending champion, but Patrick Cantley, Jason Day, Jordan Spieth, former champion, John Deere, they're all playing. So that field's going to be pretty strong.
I was watching Jordan Spieth highlights again yesterday. What is he going to get it?
2015?
Is he going to get it back, or has it been too long? Is he just going to be a guy?
No, I don't think he's a guy.
Yeah.
He has too much talent.
Where is he?
He's going to have, I think what's going to happen is he's going to have great weeks. I don't know if he's going to have a great season like he did in 2015.
When's the last time Spieth won?
He won 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
But then before that, there was a lull. I mean, he hasn't
Before
won.
that was
Do greats?
Yeah.
Do greats? I mean, like greats. Do they go 2 years without winning? I mean, guys that have won as many major. I mean, that's rare to be in your prime. Now he's not 44. I get.
Sure.
I mean, he's
That's fair.
27 years old.
That's fair.
He's got all these majors. Why didn't he win?
But to your larger point, it's really hard. The competition
That's
keeps
fair.
coming.
I get it. But Spieth was doing the, again, we're done putting the Morikawas and Spieths on the Tiger track. But he was like the first one to come along was like,
yeah. Spieth he moved the needle because he was winning and he was winning big, winning right away.
And young. And I guess he's, and there's been other issues, but primarily he went from being maybe the best putter on the planet to just a guy.
Yeah.
It's just a guy with that putter. I
agree. He made more 20-footers in 2015 than anyone ever.
And that really kind of got us, in concert with Tiger, because that's what Tiger made a living doing, right? Making all those important putts.
Tiger made everything like inside 10 feet, but Jordan was making 25 footers.
Right.
I mean, it was insane.
Gibby, update us now on the standings. I got a very important $3.6 million paycheck last week to get back within shouting distance.
Picked Scotty. That was a good pick.
Yeah, we all do. We all do.
You did.
So, desperately trying to avoid that wheel. So let's, I still got the PTSD from the shock collar morning.
Yes. So Prosser, you picked Scheffler and Hovland last week, so that netted you $3.8 million, just over that total. So you're at 18.9 in terms of your total winnings this year. ET picked Ludwig Aubert. He had also Colin Morikawa. He won $544,000 last week, so that puts him up to $24.8 million. Hicken had Schauffele and Matsuyama. That got him $583,500. So he's at 19.9. And then the Tour last week, Stewie picked Patrick Cantlay and Brian Harmon. That got him 1.2. That's a pretty good one.
Damn it.
And
Harmon
then
did shoot 62 in the final round. So that was,
he did?
He
got a
did.
backdoor.
So the
1.2 though. What are they
backdoor.
up to?
Yeah, the Tour is up to 20.8.
So I am $1 million behind Hick and $2 million behind the Tour still.
It's very close though.
Yeah, it is pretty close.
Yeah.
It's a couple million.
I tell you, you want to know why? Because we literally have hot potatoed Scheffler.
Yes.
Well, this is also, by the way, these are record numbers for us. These new designated events
really
speak well. I mean, we go years where we finish with $14 million, if that.
Not anymore.
But we have claimed all 6 of Scheffler's wins. So somebody's had him. I've had him twice, but I had him once in the non.
I may just take him this week and see what happens.
I've had him in the non. The other 5 have been the elevated. Didn't he win one that was non-elevated?
I don't know.
I either had him a week where he didn't win, or I had
he won like Phoenix,
Texas.
Did he win in
Is that
Texas?
Elevated?
Oh no, Nick Taylor won.
Okay.
Phoenix.
I thought he won one non-elevated, but
Texas
I could be wrong.
was Akshay.
He won the Players.
No.
He won Arnold. He won Hilton.
Up this year.
Memorial. Did he win more?
Yep,
Yeah, that's up.
Those are all elevated.
Won the Masters, and then this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one was up. Yeah, they're all elevated.
Yeah.
Never mind. I must have had him a week where he didn't win.
You had him
He's had a
U.S.
couple-
Open. And he
I
didn't
did
win.
have that too.
Yeah. And you got honors again
So
this week.
is the week to show. Hey, you can make some move here.
Right. There's a guy I like. I'm officially on board with this guy. I don't. It takes a while to believe. And I know he's won already back in April. I can see him winning again. I'm going to go Bhatia right off the bat. I know Tom
Akshay.
Kim's in the field. I know there are better players than Akshay Bhatia, but I'm going to ride that.
Akshay Bhatia won the Corn Ferry event that I was at.
Yeah.
There you go.
Akshay Bhatia has been is within the last couple of years has been on YouTube with my YouTube golfers.
Yeah. He's a good player.
He is.
What are you, a good fan? What do you watch?
The most I watch, Good, and Bob Does Sports are the 2 I watch the most.
My son is.
There's another 3 or 4 that they like, but and I watch some Busta Jack. I don't know if you heard that one, but that's more straight up golf against each other. That's not the shenanigans of some of the other ones.
I'll go with 3-time PGA Tour winner Tom Kim.
Tom Kim, it's a good pick. He's hot. They say that there's the 80-20 rule in golf. That the tour players win 80% of their money in 20% of the events. So, like Tom Kim is on a roll right now. That's one you want to take advantage of.
Hey, let me ask you a question real quick.
Sure.
Speaking of Taylor Montgomery, he's $1.1 million, but he's shot 80-81 with Drew. Is he hurt? Anything about
it's
him?
funny. I noticed him way down in the FedEx Cup this year.
Yeah.
And he had got off to such a great start
Good
last
start.
year as a rookie.
Yeah.
And he had
a good play. I think was he good at the
and he
Players
was
this
a
year? I think
great
he won 600
putter.
grand. Yeah.
So I'm just thinking that maybe the putts aren't going in this year. He just hasn't really done too much.
I'm going to have to go give him a pep talk.
All right, who's picking next?
That'd be you. No. Yeah, you. You're up.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with the slim Will Zalatoris. I think
the bean.
This is the kind of
I like that
course
pick.
that he likes.
I like that pick.
You got to hit it long and straight, and I feel like
he had a pretty good
He played okay. He had a good first round.
That was it. Okay.
And
he's done that. He has a good round, but he hasn't gotten that.
I think he's showing signs.
Yes, I would agree with that.
I think there are pro golfers on tour that you could pair Batia and Zalatoris together, and their combined weight wouldn't equal their competitor. True. You got a couple dudes that weigh 110 pounds with Batia and Zalatoris. I mean, beyond
skinny.
Rail thin.
And by the way, Zalatoris has probably gained 10 pounds. Yeah. He still looks rail thin.
And can hit it.
They both can hit it.
All right, Gibby, E's pick.
I'm distressed that I've taken Batia. He's got one appearance there at Rocket Mortgage. That is MC Hammer. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking. I got a Tom Kim, the hottest golfer on the planet. I just don't. Yeah, every time I got certain guys that I'm not picking anymore. Every time I pick them, they do nothing. Kim is one of them.
E's pick just got picked off, so he had Zalatoris at the top of his board. So next guy up is Cam Young for ET.
Of course, and then he gets another one.
I was hoping it would come around.
Yeah. All right, you might need to help me with this guy. Stefan, is it Yeager?
Yeah, Steven Yeager.
This guy E and just plucking right from the Vegas board annoys the hell out of me, man. Because you do the research and you find a guy who's really good, and and it's fine. That's why it's smart.
That's his job.
Beef did the same thing. He just goes to the gambling odds and takes the best available, and those were the two dudes I had.
I'd like to see him take Chuck Hoffman, but he won't.
Golly.
Tom Kim was off the board.
Back to you,
it was funny. I didn't think Cam Young would last that long, so I was rolling the dice on that. I think he might do well. Long hitters do well at this golf course, and so Cam Young hits it as far as anybody. So I'm waffling. So I'm going to go a little off the board here and go with Minwoo Lee.
Yeah, that's not off the board.
I was looking at Minwoo Lee.
He's like the fourth favorite.
I was just looking his.
Is he? No, I'm just going by my feature groups.
That's good. Nice.
We moved him up. He's a Category 2 player because he's never won on tour, but he's clearly one of the best players, and he's so popular. So I thought he'd be a good pick.
All right, is it me now?
And he bombs it.
Yeah, it's you now.
He's not a big guy either. It's really fun.
By.
Steven Yeager is the guy who beat Scotty Scheffler at the in Houston.
I guess I'll go with one of my guys who's done okay for me. I mean, we're getting down here, but can't go farther down than that. You have to kind of look at things.
Miles Russell is available.
How old do you have to be before you?
I love to see him make the cut.
How old are you when they start putting in the world golf rankings? Like, what do you have to do? What do you have to play?
Oh, any professional events.
Yeah.
The defending champion here.
You can't get it without that. Only professional events that contribute to your world golf ranking?
Yes.
The defending champion here is the one, Ricky Fowler. Is that correct?
That is correct.
He had a great shot last week.
Almost made a hole-in-one on a par 4.
Yes, he did. So that's why I'm taking.
He's also a Rocket Mortgage guy, isn't he? Isn't he the Rocket Mortgage?
Yes.
He is.
And that's why I'm taking Alex Snorin Norin.
Okay.
I just can't do it. I can't take Ricky. Sorry, Ricky.
He got off to a good start last week, too.
He did. Jeff, finish it up.
I'm going to go with the oddest pairing that I've ever pulled off, and I'm going to go with Taylor Pendrith.
Taylor Pendrith, Mr. 59.
Yeah, sure.
He won in Dallas.
Yeah. I don't think he'll win. I don't know. I'm just trying to find something here.
I like it. Those are the picks.
This is non-elevated, so it's going to be very disappointing when you get the win and it's $1.1 million.
Yeah.
Oh, the price of dimples has gone down.
Still, $1 million.
Yeah, I need it.
Yeah.
Nobody needs it. Like, I need a week here where some boys take some goose eggs.
That can happen,
I need
too.
a couple MC Hammers. It's events like this where that happens, by the way. The good events, they try.
Well, Pinehurst number 2 gets all the love from Donald Ross, but this is also Donald Ross course.
Okay.
And so...
Okay, excellent. All right, that's Brunch for the Tour. Appreciate you, Tommy Alter.
Tommy.
Safe travel. Are you driving all the way up there?
I'm literally driving to Maine.
Right now?
Right now.
By yourself?
No, my son. I'm going home, picking up my son, and we're finishing packing the car and going.
What is the drive time from here to Maine?
20 hours.
And will you stop halfway, or will you go the whole? I mean, will you stop and spend? You're just going to go 20 hours.
Going the whole way.
So you're going to get there tomorrow morning at like 5 in the morning.
Yes.
And will your son help you drive? Or you'll do it the whole
way?
way? You can drive 20. You're okay. You got the stamina to go 20 hours in a car without resting.
I haven't really gone through the night like this.
I don't think this is happening, Hick. 20 hours is a long time.
I have every intention to stop if we're both tired.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I would say, look, let's leave now. Let's stop at midnight up there around Baltimore and just take it easy.
Well, normally we would stop at my sister who lives in D.C.
But she's already up there.
She just went yesterday.
This is like so you're getting away.
So,
all right. Well, cool. Safe travels.
Thank you.
Appreciate today. That's Brunch of the Tour. We'll be back with more.
A lot of those.
Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Sports sounds better on radio.
I love it. I love it.
You get the most live sports on 1010XL.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik Nugget. The stadium deal is going to pass tonight, and I am so excited about that. The Jags will be here for the next 30 years. I'm 65. That'll take care of me. The bottom line, though, is this. Shad Khan wanted the team to be here, and these great fans earned that by being great fans. All the talk of this team leaving, they were never leaving under Shad's watch, and because you are such good fans, that is why. I'm so excited it's going to happen tonight. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnik family of dealerships.
Nimnik Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Frank Frangie here. They're committed to providing the best selection of Buicks and GMCs for you to choose from with a best price guarantee. Nimnik has been in business for over 81 years because they've been doing business the right way. Stop by Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway, just south of I-295, or shop online at nimnikbuickgmc.com. That's Nimnik, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
How nice would it be not to worry about your AC unit for 10 years? What? Vols Heating and Air, standing by their units for 10 years. Imagine not having to think about your AC unit for a decade. Vols 10-year warranty covers the parts, labor, and refrigerant. Basically everything. No fictional problems that will cost thousands. This is legit. An AC unit with no repair costs. Wouldn't that be nice? So remember, if your AC unit won't turn on, just call Vols. That's Vols Heating and Air.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
It's about the hunt.
Captain Kevin Favor here with Captain Kirk and Jeff Lagerman.
We take you from the water to the woods.
On the Nimnik Outdoors Show.
Presented by
Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning.
Let's go to the woods, y'all.
Saturday mornings from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
This is David Lane. After suffering through several painful injuries to my shoulder, back, and knees, I've taken my issues to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. And without fail, they've been a tremendous help towards solving my problems. If you have any orthopedic situations, don't procrastinate. Take action today. Give those aches and pains to the pros at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. You'll be glad you did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Matt Hayes here for Leonard Truck Outfitters. The Southeast's biggest truck accessory and trailer company is opening their newest location on Beach Boulevard. Truck accessories, trailers, or commercial uplifts, they've got you covered. From Real Truck, UWS, WeatherGuard, carry-on trailers, and much more. Join us for our grand opening on June 28th, starting at noon. XL Primetime will be there live from 2 to 4 with special promotions and giveaways, even a free golf cart. That's June 28th. Don't forget about our other location on Blanding Boulevard.
Did you know a metal roof from Prime Roofing will last 2 to 3 times longer than a shingle roof? If you want a better roof, think metal. Think Prime Roofing. Schedule your free estimate today at primeroofingfl.com. That's primeroofingfl.com.
There's certain places you know if you go in, they got what you're looking for, like Gate Convenience Stores and Cold Modelo's. That's the ticket. Or get on the craft side of things with something from Bold City or Sweetwater. Hit the cooler at Gate, full of choices and all of them good.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, hurtling towards the 9 o'clock nasty. Welcome back to the program. One of the interesting things about...
Let's hurdle, H-U-R-T-L-E, hurdling.
Yeah, we can hurdle.
We're not jumping.
I saw this, one of the pitchers at Tennessee, his girlfriend wore a hat with his last name on it in Texas A&M colors because her dad worked for Texas A&M. So she was stuck in the in-between land. She supported her boyfriend.
Yeah, I'm breaking up with her today.
Why?
Your dad works at Texas A&M, and we're going to wear Texas A&M colors? Yeah, no.
With his name on the hat.
I don't care. I can't wear Texas A&M colors.
You're part of the problem because
right.
because
I probably
went on the
a lot of truth there.
He went on the Twitter,
and
he said, "Hey, man," he said, "What a great national championship! This is the most wonderful young lady I've ever known in my life. I love her to death. She supported me the whole way through, and the Vols the whole way through. And for those of you who were nasty to her, shove it respectfully."
I'm not saying being nasty. When you wear Texas A&M colors, you're not supporting the team. You're supporting the other team. Yeah, that's their colors.
If you wear the kid's name in Texas A&M colors, you're just showing both.
Put on a Vol hat.
Just relax.
Time to leave the nest and support your man.
He's 19 years old. I mean, geez, Louis.
I just never. Bro, let's be
never
honest.
Mind. I'm sorry I brought it up. I'm sorry.
Who
I'm
aligns?
sorry.
You do it just to get a rise out of me. Who aligns with their parents over their?
She didn't align. She aligned with both. That's all she was doing. She was showing support to both.
What does Dad do at Texas A&M? Like a history professor?
No, he's like the director of baseball ops.
Well, that's different. 100% different. If you'd have said her father's the director, he's involved with the baseball program, then I would have had a different response. I thought maybe he was like a history teacher.
I truly doubt that.
Yeah. Texas A&M doesn't know what the hell they're doing anyway, so they should cling to every trip that they make somewhere like near death. Because the odds are they won't be back. Because until they have like a complete cleansing of their, this is a program that hired Jimbo and just gave away $100 million. Never won anything. Never did anything.
Where is Jimbo?
It's a good question. Probably, on a beach somewhere.
Took his buyout and went to the beach somewhere.
Is that what he did?
This phone call right here will be incorrigible because the U is they're getting fluffed right now, the U. Everyone's fluffing the U. Phil Steele's fluffing them, got him 10 in the country. You got Pro Football Focus. We had some dude on last night with Hacker saying that Miami is the most talented team in the ACC. It's all a bunch of garbage. Their coach doesn't know when to take a knee, so they can be as talented as you want. At the end of the year, they'll be 8-4 like they always are. But here's Joe U to offer a different perspective. Hello, Joseph.
You?
Top of the morning, boys. A wise man once told me teams don't get better, they get what?
Better quarterbacks.
And we got the best. And we got the best.
You got a better quarterback for sure.
Yeah, and
he's better than Kirby Freeman?
We ain't going to need to take no knees. I can tell you that.
Well, I tell you what you are going to take. You're going to take that L. Down in Gainesville. So you can start. It'll be awesome. You can start 0-1, and then you can have a magical season all you want and all year long. Man, you can't beat our motley crew. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, dear.
I'm not a gambler, but that line is Canes by 3 right now. You guys might want, you degenerates may want to jump on that.
Yeah, I jump on the Gators there, getting points at home against a team that's coached by Mario Cristobal, doesn't know what down and distance means.
Oh, boy.
No, thank you.
It's like y'all coach, like Nick Saban's on the other sideline.
No, our coach. Listen, unlike you, Joe, as I call it the same way for our coach. See, I'm not like you. Your coach is a bumbling fool. He does the stupidest things.
You talking about the Pac-10 Coach of the Year who won the Rose Bowl?
I'm talking about I'm talking about the Pac-10 Coach of the Year who did the exact same thing at Oregon that he did at Miami last year. Ran the ball on 4th and 1, fumbled and lost a game that he should have won. So he doubled down on stupidity.
It was a bad move, but as I recall, he also won the Pac-10.
You know what? You know what he hasn't done, Joe. In all fairness to you and me and everyone else, your program has been ass since 2003. But Cristobal has done nothing at Miami yet, and we're all in a wait and see mode. And we're all in
third year coming up.
And we're
wait and see. I
get it. But we're all in that boat. But this is the time of year, and in fairness, it's not just Joe U making these what I would call outlandish statements about Miami. It's the journalists.
Legitimacy.
Yeah.
Making
the people who
everybody's undefeated in tune, bro.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
we
fair.
We're all optimistic. But
Dan, can Billy Napier give me one win? Can he beat Miami, Dan? Can I get that? I mean, Galen Hall, my freshman year in college, Joe, my very first game, I got in a Chevy, a 66 Chevy Chevelle with my roommate, and we drove to the Orange Bowl, and we beat Jimmy Johnson and Vinny Testaverde like a piñata, okay? Galen Hall went down there and killed him. That's what I need this year.
Oh, the memories. Just on the same note, when I moved here in June 2002 and went down to Gainesville, and we were 2-point underdogs in that game. And I think you recall, the greatest quarterback to play in this sport, Ken Dorsey, might have had like 12 touchdowns. Willis McGahee might have had 10 touchdowns. It was a beatdown. I really expect that. But like I said, everybody's undefeated in June. And that's not even what I called to talk about. Called, it was brunch. Should it be breakfast with the tour, first of all, or did it y'all not moving back to the middays, are you? Because it's brunch with the tour at 8 o'clock.
It's 8:30, actually.
Anthony, the guy Kim, I was on a plane watching.
Hold on, you mean Anthony Kim on the Live Tour or Tom Kim on the PGA Tour?
Not Kim. The guy, Scheffler, the guy playing.
Oh,
yeah, Tom Kim.
Tom Kim. Yeah,
Tom Kim in the playoff. He's 110 yards out. He hits it in the stand,
yeah,
bro.
That was a choke. Is what that was. Yeah, it's a choke.
Totally choke.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
It came down. It was such, but it was good. Like I said, I was on a plane watching it, so it was cool. I was in Minneapolis, and I'm a sports fan. I don't follow Major League Baseball, but I do know the name of the team in Minneapolis. But I was seeing downtown people, all these hats with TC, and I thought maybe it was a high school or something. Do you guys know what the C stands for?
Twin Cities.
Yeah, that's what I Googled.
That's what it is.
Like, oh,
yeah, Twin Cities.
Now it makes sense.
The reason we know that is because as baseball fans, I was like a kid, had to go find out what that was, right? I mean,
okay.
That's like a 9 years old. What in the world? CT, what is it? So there you go.
Yeah. But hey, to give you guys a report, I was Minneapolis. It's the 40-year celebration of the movie Purple Rain and the album, and it was phenomenal, bro.
You went there for that?
I absolutely.
Wow.
Me and probably 1,000 other diehard Prince fans.
No, I got no problem with that. That's interesting.
Huge, yeah, it was a huge event. It's called Celebration. They've been doing it 8 years, but this year coincided with the 40-year. This is my first time going to Celebration. So it was like I said, they celebrated the movie 40 years ago. I was going into my junior year in high school, so you guys were going into, I guess Jeff, you were going into your senior year. Dan, you were probably at Florida already, 1984. But
yes, I was.
As far as music, to really sound old, and I told my kids that in the summer of 1984, Madonna's "Like a Virgin" came out. Bruce Springsteen's "Born in the USA" came out, and then Purple Rain, the album and the movie came out. I mean, I know we can always
never mind Van Halen's 1984 and all those. That was a good era for sure, and it was to your point. I don't know if we had an era where, like, one of the best like rock songs, one of the best pop groups, one of the best dance. I mean, they're all of those formats were thriving at that time. Where it doesn't feel like that's always been
Correct.
The case.
It was a great time.
Like Van Halen and Prince were equal. They were equally big.
Correct. And
Thriller
entities. Came out the year before.
Right.
It was just the music will never be like it was before, and that's not just because I'm an old dude who's 56.
Joe, but bigger than that is you went and got your picture of Mary Tyler Moore statue.
That's right. You saw that.
I did see
posted
that
on Twitter. Yep. Who can?
I've been there.
Who can?
Had you been
to
been to Minneapolis before?
20 years ago I went.
Yeah.
Yep. I was there 20 years ago for work over in Woodbury, but I didn't get.
You went to Minnesota one year, didn't you, Hick?
Yeah, I've been.
Did you like it up there? Is it fun?
Nice.
Do they have a downtown?
Very clean, big city, and in the summer they really get out and.
They have to. They get like 3 weeks of warm temperatures.
They have to get out in the summer. All right, Joe, you appreciate it, brother.
Y'all make it a good one.
All right, we got to head to the 9 o'clock nasty. We got to take a break. We'll do that when we come back right here on the Drill.
It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. FSU through and through. Rick Ballou hosts Into the Night, evenings on 1010XL.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you of course want to take care of your family. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. Because Matt, the attorney, not me, has a question for you. Have you done your last will? And the answer is, well, probably not, right? And it's something you need to do. You need to take care of. You want to get your money to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. And Matt Henson's your guy. He's going to listen. He's going to help you with some tough decisions. He's going to provide you info needed so you are at ease with your choice. It's a Henson Law Firm. You got questions? Reach out to Matty. He's got the answers. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
At Honda, we appreciate all the comparisons to other vehicles. And no matter how many times they compare their vehicles to a Honda, only a Honda is a Honda. Remember, value, quality, safety, there is no substitute. Visit your local Honda dealer now and experience the difference.
Do you have clicking, popping, swelling, or pain in your knee or shoulder? This can be due to arthritic changes in your joints. Over time, you have wear and tear of your cartilage. I am Dr. George Bari, and here at Bari Orthopedics, we have numerous ways to treat your arthritis, such as regenerative medicine, including PRP and joint replacements with CT guidance for accuracy down to the millimeter. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, call us for an appointment today, or log on to BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Our returning champion, a basketball court sweat mopper from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Louis Cramp.
Great to be back, Merv.
There's only one category left on the board, Louis. People you can trust to repair your air conditioner. Your 10 seconds starts now.
Well, I'm pretty handy with tools around. Right, so my Uncle Steve used to fix transmissions, so maybe he could... Okay, sorry. I guess just call the guys at Bueller?
That's right, Louis. The highly trained technicians at Bueller Air and Plumbing have the tools and the experience to service any make and model of home air conditioner to make sure that you are cool.
You sure I can't just have a quick...
Yeah, we're done for today.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Man, have you had some chronic pain that just doesn't seem to get better? Have you suddenly reached a point in your life where you feel like you ever have any energy? Having trouble sleeping? How about weight gain? Is your sexual health and performance where you want it to be? Look, this is not. This isn't men's health. Like have better sex. It's not what I'm like making you aware of here. That's not what we're dealing with. Integra Concierge Medicine and my doctor on demand, Paul Bousset. I literally have his card. I have a question. I can call him right now. That's what doctor on demand. That's what concierge means. Like what it means. It means personalized. It means that when you have an appointment, it actually runs on time. But listen, it's this personalized, sensible approach that's going to make you feel better no matter what your symptomatic cause seems to be. So call 619-3609. Set up a consult today. It's free. Let him describe for you. I have so many friends and others. I know they're using this and these treatments and are feeling so much better in so many ways. Go to Integra Concierge Medicine.
She posted about us just now.
Celebrities can't get enough of Bianna's bespoke skincare line.
She has 147 million followers. How do we monetize?
She needs a social media associate to help her with the hype.
We should repost this. Do we need a hashtag?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Attention men and women, if you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. Now that Jaguar Trevor Lawrence is paid like a franchise quarterback, he doesn't see it changing anything.
That's how I've looked at myself anyways, is the franchise quarterback. I don't think that changes necessarily. Obviously, the rhetoric around it will change, but for me, I think I have a big responsibility, and I know what that is.
With the 2024 season on the horizon, CBS ranks Jaguars' Travis Etienne number 11 among running backs. Etienne has had back-to-back 1,000-yard rushing seasons, finishing as the second highest-ranked running back in the AFC South. Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, beginning this evening, will take on the Nashville Sounds for a 6-game homestand at 1-1 Financial Ballpark. First pitch is at 7:05. In Major League Baseball play, the Rays defeated the Seattle Mariners, and the Marlins took the L on Monday, courtesy of the Kansas City Royals. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 85 degrees at 9:10. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Swing and a miss. And for the first time, Rocky Top reaches the mountaintop of college baseball. They are the World Series champions.
Now that's an announcer that I really don't like. I love Sean McDonough.
Yeah, you've never liked him.
I don't like Carl Ravitch. Never have, never will.
It's kind of innocuous to me.
I think he comes in very ill-prepared at times for the College World Series, and just has always bothered me.
He's a lifer. They've had a few lifers there at ESPN because for the most part it's been a come-and-go industry, but
some
lifers. He's probably been there longer than any of them.
Just left was John Anderson.
I saw him on SportsCenter this week. I know he's about to leave. But.
And he announced his new job. He's going to his alma mater to teach.
Oh, really?
Missouri. Yeah. So good for him.
That means that ESPN has paid him pretty handsomely all these years living in the Northeast. He can now take those earnings and go back home and just have a nice little easy lifestyle.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
A lot of people are thinking you might do the same thing one day.
I might. You never know.
It's been a kind of a rough offseason for or a rough year for some employees of the AFC South. Obviously, we had, I don't remember the dude's name, but the guy who just stole millions of dollars from the Jaguars from their credit card deal. Remember him?
Yeah, I remember.
Then there's old Mary Kate Wichalonis. You know who that is?
Don't know her.
She's a Titans inside sales executive. And a resident Nashville, Instagram model up there because, of course you are. Well, she's been arrested, Dan.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. A little issue at the bar, you see. I mean, Wichalonis tried to sneak in her boyfriend, who had lost his ED, into the Dierks Bentley-themed Whiskey Row bar on Tuesday night.
Lost his what? Sound like you said ED.
ID.
ID.
Yeah.
ED's different.
Lost his ID.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, she tried to sneak him in, and then she got physical. As she was kicked out, she hit the security guard in the head 6 times. The social media model nearly got off with just a citation, but then she refused to hand over her fingerprints to Nashville police officers. So among the latest young folks that will have their pro sports industry careers ended unceremoniously, I would look for the Instagram model / Titans employee, Mary Kate Wichalonis, to get the walking papers today, I would think.
That's it.
Mary Kate, can you come and see us? I'm seeing here you were at Whiskey Row last week on a Tuesday. Is it true that you struck Bruno the bouncer 6 times in the head?
Oh, dear.
I'm going to have to let you go, Mary Kate. I'm sorry. I know what you think. Pretty girls don't get fired. Well, we're going to have to make an exception. And she gone.
By the way, this guy for the Panthers last night, Kyle Poso, who got to play. He hadn't played, and they made a switch in the lineup. And came in. He's played in like a million NHL games, never won a cup. And he got to play in Game 7. Played well, and they won the Stanley Cup, so that's good enough. Well, now he gets a $500,000 bonus for winning it all, which has to be paid by his old team, the Buffalo Sabres.
Wow. Now that stings when you're paying someone else's title charge and they won somewhere else.
Yeah. At the U.S. track and field time trials. I talked to you about the one girl who fell. The Gators have a great representative there. She's a pretty young lady. Parker Valby, I think is her name. She won 5 national championships for Florida this year.
Wow.
I mean, dominated.
Okay.
So she made
a distance runner?
Yeah. So she did, I think she's running the 5,000 and the 10,000. She qualified. Anyway, she's college dominant, but against these ladies, she ended up finishing 4th.
Oof. That gets you an alternate spot? Or?
Top 3 go to Paris.
Yeah.
So
sometimes I'll take that alternate, but I think that's more in the events that have relays, and you're not getting that in the 10,000.
And I'm just kicking around here some concepts and rationalizations. Scotty Barnes, FSU.
Yeah, that surprised me. A Max player?
Is he the greatest FSU player in history? He's about to sign a 5-year, $270 million deal. Dave Cowens.
Dave Cowens.
Yeah.
I don't. Scotty Barnes is a nice player. I just don't consider him in that, the NBA. But mamas, let your kids grow up to be NBA players.
Well, listen. So he's going to make $270 million for 5 years.
55. It's like $50 million and $53 million a year.
Yeah, and then he's 28.
I know.
At the end of the contract.
Right. I just don't. I can't pay. I'm paying max to a guy who can alpha dog me to a title, like Kawhi or LeBron in his prime. Or it just doesn't feel like that's Scotty Barnes to me. No, I don't watch a ton. Like I don't feel.
What do you think his numbers are?
As in his career or last year?
We'll say.
All right, I'm going to guess Scotty Barnes.
He's played 3 years.
Averaged 22 points.
Okay.
He averaged 6.5 rebounds and 5 assists.
Okay. 20 points, 19.9. 1.5 blocks. 6.1 assists, 8.2 rebounds.
So pretty close. Pretty spot on. Yeah. That does not sound like $55 million a year money to me.
Well, it's about to be.
I mean, just to think of this.
He's young, though.
Scotty Barnes is, although I guess this is kind of appropriate, he makes what Trevor makes. Basically.
Yeah.
And they're similar. They've both been good young players. They haven't proven they're title winners yet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a quarterback's the closest thing to an NBA player. It makes sense.
You're getting paid.
Yeah, I just didn't. For one, I'm surprised that we're already to the point that that he's moving off the rookie deal. It seems like Scotty Barnes just went in the league yesterday. And secondly, I don't. 19 point. How many rebounds you said? 10. 19, 10, and
8.
6. 19, 8. Oh, whatever. I mean, they've gotten rid of Siakam. They've gotten rid of the guy they sent you, Anunoby. They got rid of Kyle Lowry years ago. Kawhi's long gone. I mean, it's kind of a new iteration of the Raptors. And
do you know who Nick Biens is?
He's going to make a lot of money and not win a lot of games. That's my prediction.
That's
of
your
Barnes.
point. That's fair. Do you know who Nick Biens is?
No.
Nick Biens had never played a PGA Tour sanctioned event.
Okay.
Never played an event bigger than a state open.
Okay. It must be a British Open qualifier.
He's at the Monday qualifier for Rocket Mortgage.
Okay, for this. Okay.
He gets into the playoff. He's got downtime. He sat there and slugged 3 brewskis and then went out and qualified for the Rocket
Sounds
Mortgage.
like me.
Nick Biens. He says,
nothing wrong with a little swing oil. I don't care how good you are.
This is by far the craziest day of my life. Thank you so much to everyone. Let's have a freaking week.
Well, let me ask you this. I mean, I got to be honest. What's his name? Biens?
Bienz.
I would do this. I would go look for Biens and see if he's carrying like a Yeti or a water bottle. I'm guessing he's pounding brews. That's what I would do. You hit 3 and made the, and
he's one of 5 golfers at the Monday qualifier to post a 7 under 65. Okay.
Good for him.
4 spots available. So for a 5 for 4 playoff, it went. Bienz gunning it out with 4 other dudes. But before the playoff started, Bienz, in an attempt to calm his nerve, pounded 3 cold ones. The 8-hole playoff finally ended. 8 holes just to get rid of 1 guy?
Wow.
When Braille, odd man out, coming up short against 2 birdies on the final hole. As for Bienz, never played in a PGA Tour sanctioned event, one of 156 golfers in the field. He'll find out his grouping Tuesday. Pro golfer Bo Van Pelt even made a plea to Bienz's employer, Golf Galaxy. Hey, one of your employees just qualified for Rocket Mortgage. I hope there's some gear and a possible sponsorship deal headed his way.
Wow.
Bienz said, I have to call my boss and call off work tomorrow for sure. I'm supposed to be there at 7:30. I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, the sad thing is you do have to be smart here because he won't make the cut. He's going to leave with 0 money, but a great experience.
He beat Garrigus, Ryan Palmer, and Michael Glidgick. To name a few.
I remember
Tour
Garrett.
players.
What do you remember most about Garrigus? I remember two things about Robert.
Is he the short putter guy?
Three things of Robert Garrigus.
And
he once played a tournament where he played a putter. It was like a junior 2 feet long.
And weed.
He also smoked weed. He admitted at in the Portalet at the Turn one tournament. But more than that, I remember he was playing a tournament where that dude sweat like nobody's business.
Okay.
He was like,
there's three things
from shoulder to toes was just like he'd been standing in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Garrigus, a high, soaking wet.
Sam Cassell, better than Cowens. Sam Cassell,
Sam's not better than Cowens. Cowens is a Hall of Famer, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I think Cowens is the best FSU player, not even close.
Sam Cassell has more titles than Cowens.
Yeah, but Sam Cassell is barely an all-star. He's a good player.
Yeah.
I would say Barnes is better than Cassell.
Sam Cassell is an assistant coach for Boston.
Somebody who's
I think it's
visible
Boston.
till the end.
I think it's Boston. Pretty sure. Sam Cassell's best year, he averaged never at 19.6.
Yeah. Probably 7, 8 assists. He was good, solid point guard.
He played 19.8. He played a lot of
You know
years,
what he did?
man.
You know what I remember about Sam Cassell? I was reminded of this. Sam Cassell had basically played himself out of the rotation in that game 1 in Orlando when they played in the finals and they were down by 21 at half, and then Cassell came and had 30-something points.
Sam Cassell's a baller, man.
Sam Cassell was not a handsome man.
No.
He definitely looked like he could have landed in some sort of alien pod, and that's okay.
Started in 94, finished in 09. Can you give me career earnings for Sam Cassell?
Yeah, I think he did okay. 15 years, I'm going to say he averaged $6 million a year. So I'm going to say $90 million.
58.
Yeah, not quite the boon that that's still plenty.
First year, $650 back in 94.
The better question with Sam Cassell is the play the basketball card. Where did he play? You got quite a few on that list by the end, don't you? Or is there only 3 or 4?
No, we got a few.
That's hard. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
I don't know how many I can give you.
I remember Houston, obviously.
For sure. I think I remember the Bucks, don't I? Didn't he play for the Bucks? Or am I done already?
He was on the Bucks.
All right, so I got the Bucks. How many teams did he play for?
Hold on, let me check.
I think he played for I want to say he played for the Celtics.
Last year, he played 17 games for the Celtics.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams.
Yeah. Clippers?
Yep.
That's 4?
Boston, the Clippers, Houston, and the Bucks.
Okay, that's pretty good. I also think let's stay up there with in the M&Ms. I think he played for the T-Wolves.
He did.
Okay, I got 5.
That's pretty good.
I also want to go. I got 5, huh?
The other ones were short.
Yeah.
Well, 1, 2 years.
Phoenix.
Phoenix, 22 games.
Okay, that's 6.
Pretty good.
That's not the team that he played 2 years for, though. 6. I'm gonna quit without missing with 6. Who were the other 2? The Nets. The Nets.
And Dallas.
The Nets is the 2-year guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. You're fully.
Charlie Ward, also a good FSU player, but
yeah, very good. But I think
I would think potentially Scotty Barnes could go down as the best, though.
He
ever.
could. I mean,
he's 22. I mean, we're jumping the gun.
Wow, 22, huh?
Yeah,
that makes a lot more sense too. Cowens is a Hall of Famer. He doesn't seem great to me. He seems like Lambeer good to me, who also may be a Hall of Famer. I don't know what Dave Cowens' best year. Did Dave Cowens was he a winner at Boston?
They won 1.
So he's not part of that whole.
He was with late Havlicek.
Yeah, so I mean, Dave Cowens is probably not a Hall of Famer, is he?
Is Dave Cowens a Hall of Famer?
I mean, he's well known. He was a well-known player when I was a kid. Did he also coach the Celtics maybe for a minute? I want to think Dave Cowens may have coached the Celtics for a minute in the 70s too.
I don't see that he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
I'm gonna look at Dave
Maybe
Cowens.
it is. I mean, maybe Dave Cowens is just a big kind of name when I'm a kid, and he's not as. Was he an all-star? Give me the resume. What is he an all-star?
Oh yeah.
How many?
MVP.
Yeah, 2-time NBA champion, MVP in 73, 8-time All-Star.
Okay, that guy should be in the Hall of Fame. He's an MVP. He's got 2 titles, an 8-time All-Star. And by the way, Scotty Barnes, you got a long way to go, kid.
Yeah. And Rookie of the Year in 71.
Yeah. What? Are you sure he's not in the Hall? He's got to be in the Hall.
Got to be in the Hall.
Rookie of the Year, MVP, 2-time champion, 8-time All-Star. Yeah, Scotty Barnes has miles to go to get to Dave
Cowens. Yes,
Yeah, he
is. I've scrolled down a little further.
I got
he
you.
is.
Yeah, so there's
and he's in the
your
college
answer.
basketball Hall of
I
Fame.
thought J.J. Redick didn't represent himself well, or his family, or his university, or anywhere else. I don't think that the very public, professional setting of a press conference is a place to just haphazardly drop F-bombs. I I'm very disappointed. I mean, when you have a $1,000 haircut that smells like Christian Dior,
Mm-hmm.
you know, when you wear $10,000 suits, when you wear mascara straight off the set of The Hills, it doesn't give you the right to just indiscriminately drop F-bombs like you're some sort of tough guy. What in the point of an F-bomb to either emphasize, show anger, or some sort of toughness? You have none of those, J.J. Redick. You've been handed a job. You're a pretty boy, and you're going to fail with the Boston. Try and channel some East End Boston tough guy persona, perhaps, with the way you represented, but I thought it was disgraceful. I think it's in a press conference to drop F-bombs. I think that's pretty classless, and I'm not a prude, and I cuss more than I want to, and I have no problem hearing cuss words flying in the proper places. But if you're using the F-bomb in the McDonald's lobby, you're a loser. You know, if you're using the F-bomb next to kids at a Jags game, you're a loser. And to me, if you're holding a press conference worldwide and you just drop F-bombs, you're kind of a loser. It's just, there's no reason for it. And
no, there wasn't.
I don't know. I'm not losing my mind over it, but
yeah,
it changed my opinion of J.J. Redick. It changed how willing I am to see him succeed. You know what, J.J.? Go on then. Go back to your podcast, turn your hat on backwards, kick around the F-bombs with LeBron, and go on. You're ill-equipped for this job. You should have never gotten it. You don't deserve it. You're not accomplished enough. You're not experienced enough. So maybe just be humble and not like, I don't give a F, like literally say the word, because you came across as kind of a DB.
I wonder how Coach K felt about him doing that, because he played for
Coach K has a foul mouth too, but I don't remember him dropping the F-bombs. Listen, every once in a while, Dan, it can be effective in a post-game situation where you just, the raw emotion, you say something, and that was contrived. That was Hollywood. I don't give a...
Yeah.
I'm with my kids over... Yeah, good. I hope kids don't listen to Dad.
Let's do this. We'll grab a break. We'll come back, keep it rolling here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Want more Jags? Subscribe to the 1010XL Jaguars YouTube channel. Looking for more in-depth coverage of the Gators? Subscribe to the 1010XL Gators YouTube channel. Need your FSU fix? Well, subscribe to the 1010XL Seminoles YouTube channel. Your favorite team, one specific location.
Hey, Hicken here for Lockhart Construction. That's a longtime Jacksonville business started by Shane Lockhart's dad. His dad is guys from here taking care of people who live here, people like me. We need a new bathroom. We call Lockhart Construction, and man, what a job. Fast, friendly, affordable, clean. I mean, they're in your house. They're working every day. They get the job done. All of a sudden, boom, you got a beautiful new home. We used them again, and then we used them again. My son used them. They unlock better living. Their family gives our family a better living experience. That's what Shane Lockhart and Lockhart Construction are all about. So if you have a construction need, a remodel idea, a thought, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction, 994-3865.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry, this free examination, normally $199, is yours for free and good only through Sunday. For your free examination, call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Call now.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Every team has an enforcer.
Whether you like it or not, I'm a hard hitter and I'm a straight shooter.
Tommy Mack is ours.
I say it like I see it.
Fridays on Jaguars Today, brought to you by Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Hello, I'm Malcolm Anthony. I've been practicing criminal defense law for over 40 years. It's what I love to do, what I do well. Stay out of trouble, but if you don't, call me, Malcolm Anthony, at 2854-LAW. 2854-LAW. For Malcolm Anthony.
I got more proactive with my health by doing a total body MRI scan at Ackerman Cancer Center. The MRI scanned the most common cancer areas for men and a whole lot more. Call Ackerman Cancer Center to learn about total body MRI and use code GREG15 to get special pricing.
Maybe you've got plumbing problems, like toilets that won't flush, or there's not enough pressure, or you get clogs and stoppage too often.
Ew!
There's several potential causes, and some can't be detected easily. So before it becomes a disaster, call Roland Reich Plumbing. They can send a special video camera down through the lines, since they don't have a small little man, to find the root of the problem, which could be tree roots. Don't guess. Hire Roland Reich Plumbing at plumbingjacksonville.com.
The All-Pro Roofing phone line protects you from boring radio.
Hello? What are you doing here?
I don't know. Listen for great phone interviews all day on the All-Pro Roofing phone line.
The calls have been pouring in.
On 1010XL.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From Roll-and Lock bed covers to Lear toppers to cam locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years. You can count on Catlin.
Expert Automotive is ready to keep you cool this summer. Right now, get an AC inspection or a system cooling checkup. Your choice for only $19.99. Their gift to you this summer is $50 off any service and a free tire rotation with any service. Their ASE certified technicians can keep your car cool without breaking the bank this summer. Call them at 374-3373 to get an appointment today. Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
If your AC won't turn on, just call Vons. That's Vons Heating and Air. Unlike others, there's no overtime or same-day upcharges at Vons. Just great service when you need it. So remember, if your AC won't turn on, just call Vons.
Friday on The Frangie Show. Tune in for the House Call segment brought to you by Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Rehab. Join the discussion as a JOI expert tells you about total knee replacements. JOI, where the pros go.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
20 seconds to go. One last gasp for Edmonton. Bouchard's pass didn't click with Draisaitl. 12 seconds to go. Florida trying to end it up against the wall, which would be fitting. 3 seconds to go.
kind of TV ratings does hockey get, Dan?
2 million. Not like 10, not a big number at all. Welcome back. The Florida Panthers are Stanley Cup champions. What I want to talk about right now is something that happened that shook me up that I saw on social media. Shook me to the core, and I can only hope and pray that our guy never does it. I can't have it. It shook me to my very core, Jeffrey. And I saw it happen. I'm going to take you back to somewhere that we were yesterday.
Okay.
I'm going to take you to the site of the Summer Olympics.
Okay.
I'm going to take
Paris, Gay Paris.
I'm going to take you to the Vogue World Fashion Show in Paris this weekend.
This is what Fred Taylor talked about. Apparently, a lot of celebrities and athletes and whatnot went over there.
I found another celebrity.
Did Amon-Ra St. Brown go in his tight, tank top T-shirt that apparently wore to Jared Goff's wedding?
No, but Justin Jefferson and Joe Burrow did. I don't want my quarterback ever wearing this at the Paris Vogue
kind of a
fashion show.
boa-looking thing? Let me see.
I can't have this. Here's the 3-foot walk. I don't care. I lost respect. I'm not a Joe Burrow guy. Notice the backside here. What in the hell? I can't have it. I don't like it. Trevor.
There are a lot of screwy people in the world, but fashion designers may take the cake. That is just...
Don't fall victim, Trevor.
But have you ever seen
when they ask you, Trevor, don't do it, Trevor. Trevor, you stay at the Waffle House, my man. You stay Jacksonville through and through. Trevor, we love your hair. We have no problem with it. We love you. We can't have you at the Vogue World Fashion Show in Paris like Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow's wearing a tuxedo suit that's too big for him, unbuttoned in the front, no shirt on, and then in the back, they're like the back part is cut out. I've seen some of these fashion shows where they'll wear like cello cases or Jell-O. These fashion shows, just something weird going on at these things.
Yeah.
So that's just a terrible look, and Joe Burrow is,
I can't have it.
I can't have that.
They'll try to get Trevor to do it because of the hair, though.
I know. They'll try.
He won't do that.
He won't, but
he
they'll
wouldn't
try.
do that. Yeah, he would not do that. And Joe Burrow has to do some fashion shows, seeing that perhaps he'll never play again. At least effectively. The word on the street very quietly is, and it's about to go big time, Dan, is that Joe Burrow's wrist injury is a lot worse. In fact, it is to the point that there are certain throws he'll never be able to make again.
What?
Yeah. Heard it here first.
You're reporting this?
Yes, I'm reporting that his wrist injury is a lot worse than has been reported, and that he is really dealing with some pain issues on certain throws that he would not normally have to deal with.
Pain issues?
That will not allow him to make certain throws. He'll have to throw the ball differently. He will not be the same Joe Burrow.
Oh, boy.
How did he hurt his wrist? Did he get, rolled up on and trying to catch himself?
Well,
great question. I have no idea.
He hurt the wrist. Didn't he hurt the wrist in preseason, and then it got better, and then because he hurt it the week before the Jag game. That was mid-season. I don't remember if he fell on it or if it was just like it was just getting worse from something that had...
back to the hockey thing for just a second. The amazing thing about hockey more than any other sport is, man, there is a, you didn't watch the whole game. Did you see the first goal by Florida?
Yeah. Right off the bat. It happened in the first few minutes.
Yeah, the first 15 to go in the first period.
It was just kind of a jumble.
He just threw the puck in front of the net, and Carter Verhaeghe put his stick out, and it's just luck. It's just the puck bounced their way, man. Edmonton just missed. Florida got 2 in, and they win. It's they could play that game 100 times. It might be 50-50. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. The skill level is so good. It's just, man, you got to get the puck to bounce your way. That's why the Stanley Cup's so hard to win, because you got to do that through 1 playoff series, 2 playoff series, 3 playoff series, 4 playoff series, 16 wins. And the Panthers got them. So,
first title for the Panthers. It feels like they've won one. I guess I'm thinking about they were like in was it the mid 90s? Like pretty soon they went to a championship, right? Was that Tortella?
They did. No,
that wasn't. Who was their coach then?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
I know they had
Tortorella. I
know they had Van Beesbrook in goal, former Ranger.
Yeah, in my mind they won that.
No, they did not win it.
No, I know they didn't. I learned that over the course of this. I'm just saying, maybe even going into this maybe even going into this postseason. I thought they had won one before, and maybe I'm just confusing. The Lightning have won one or more than one?
The Lightning have won more than one.
They have?
Gibby, can you give me a Dan Hicken stat of the day intro, please? I enjoy this little stat. I like this one. I want to tell everybody it's a little baseball stat. And I'm going to throw a name at you, and you're going to give me a number. For some reason, we know this number, and I think you know this number.
Doug McClain was their coach.
McClain? No more.
He had 27 playoff games and back in that time. And ironically, they never employed Tortorella. They employed Torchetti. Me being the hockey guy,
Also
that's the
don't know
same
him.
guy.
No. Tortorella's a nut.
Correct. I know that.
All right, so I'll just tell you this. Don't worry about it, Gibby.
Oh.
If I say the name Warren Spahn, what's the number that comes to mind?
Spahn, insane, and pray for rain.
That's right.
512?
No, that's Cy Young.
Oh, it is?
511. Yeah.
That's too bad. He won 500, didn't he?
No.
363?
There you go. And I thought you'd get that. He won 363 games.
It just popped in there.
20 games, 13
Do I get
times.
credit for that since it was the exact number, even after a huge miss?
Sure.
Okay.
20 games, 13 times. I mean, incredible numbers by Warren Spahn.
And those boys pitch like every other day.
But how about this tidbit from Warren Spahn?
Oh, listen. Anytime you get a bit of tid.
Yeah. He hit at least one home run for 17 straight seasons.
So he's a dual sport athlete.
That's pretty good.
Multiple talent, 5-tool athlete. Well, back in the day, the pitchers were athletes. They hit. You couldn't fill a team unless guys did more than one thing, I guess. I wonder what the numbers would be. Home runs by pitchers pre-1980.
Here is the numbers of
17 years in a row, though. That is definitely a Shazam.
Starting in 1948.
That's a Shazam.
Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 1. A lot of home runs, man. Hit 35 home runs.
Home run hitting pitchers, of our generation. Who stand out to you? We employed a guy who hit, I think, 8 one year. You and I did. We both had him on our team. Mike Hampton.
Hit
I think he had 8 or 9 one year.
Yeah.
I'll give you another guy who was sneaky. Like your sneaky pitch. Like what's the number for a pitcher to hit home runs to be a home run hitter? Like in a season, 4?
Yeah.
Right. That's the number, and it seems like it's 4. If you had 3 or 4, man, I'll give you Zambrano of the Cubs used to hit homers.
Oh, he was a big home run hitter.
Right. He probably had years where he hit 5 or 6.
Madison Bumgarner was so good. Yeah, he was really good.
The Braves.
Hicken, he's the reason you listen. Just kidding, Jeff. It's Dan Hicken, stat of the day.
The only one that knows you're alive.
Bob Gibson hit 24.
Okay.
Carlos Zambrano hit 24.
Okay.
Don Drysdale hit 29.
Okay.
Red Ruffing hit 34. Warren Spahn hit 35. Bob Lemon hit 37. But the all-time, you probably have never heard of him. I don't know.
Babe Ruth.
Wes Farrell, 38 home runs.
So they didn't count Babe Ruth in the years. Maybe when he was pitching, he didn't hit him.
Mad Bum be another one that you thought of.
That's what he said, yeah.
Yeah, he hit 18.
Pretty good.
Cy Young hit 18.
Or no, Hampton, huh?
Hampton hit 16.
He had a year, though, I think. I wonder what's the year with the most by a pitcher?
Babe Ruth hit 14, by the way.
As a pitcher?
As a pitcher.
Hampton hit like 8 in a year, I'm pretty sure.
Wes Farrell hit 9 in 1931 for the Indians.
That's the record for pitchers?
Drysdale twice hit 7.
Phil
Farrell,
Necro wasn't afraid to hit a homer every now and then.
Don Newcomb hit 7. Mike Hampton hit 7. Fergie hit 6 in his 71 year. Sonny Siebert hit 6. Rick Wise hit 6, including 2 in a game, if I'm not mistaken, in a no-hitter. I think Rick Wise...
No, you're thinking of maybe Tony Cloninger, a Braves pitcher.
No, I think
Braves pitcher hit 2 grand slams in a game.
No. I think Rick Wise hit 2 home runs and threw a no-hitter. I'm almost positive. Gibby, can you check that? Put Rick Wise, 2 home runs and a no-hitter, I believe. Carlos Zambrano did hit 6 for the Cubs one year. Blue Moon Odom
Cloninger became the first player in the National League and remains the only pitcher to hit 2 grand slams in the same game. Thank you.
For the Braves?
Right. Yeah. Still get them right every now and then.
Tony Cloninger hit 2 grand slams in one game
as
a pitcher.
On July 3rd, 1966, in the Braves' 17-3 win over the Giants, Cloninger helped the team's cause with 2 grand slams and 9 RBIs, both of which still stand as Braves franchise single-game best. Cloninger became the first pitcher in the National League and remains the only pitcher to hit 2 grand slams in the same game.
Wow.
Cloninger used the bat of teammate Dennis Menke to hit both home runs, and they stood as the only 2 grand slams of his Major League career. So,
Dennis Menke played for the Astros.
You know, if I'm going to throw you a stat on the Astros or the Buffalo Bills, you're right. I go with a Braves stat.
All right.
Probably deserved earned a little bit more street cred back there.
Okay,
you talked me off of it quick.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't believe in myself anymore.
Wise, definitely 2 homers and a no-no. You're correct.
I believed you. Unlike you and me.
I thought that, Jeff, Max Fried had hit a home run before the universal DH. I thought I remembered him hitting.
Are you telling me he hasn't?
That's
Max
what-
Fried has pinch hit. He's like hit. No. He's like Max Fried has pinch hit and knocked in the winning run.
He's had 7 career doubles, but not a home run, according to this.
Glavine used to hit a homer every now and then.
Yeah.
You know, he had that hockey, that core. He played a lot of hockey growing
Hey, we
up.
got to take a break. We got to wrap it up when we come back right here on The Drill.
It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Winters are mild.
All the time?
All the time?
Summers are hot.
The beach.
And everything in between is awesome.
Amazing, isn't it?
1010XL. This is the Duval life.
I could be any happier than to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, that's what I mean. That's how they will treat you when you visit the beautiful showroom off of Atlantic Boulevard. You'll find out exactly what I'm talking about. There's no pressure there, just friendly smiles and help. And whatever you're in the market for, a car, a truck, an SUV, an electric, a pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet's got it. You know me, I got my boy Blue, the beautiful blue Silverado. I couldn't be any happier. If you can't make it over to Atlantic, don't worry. MooreChevy.com, easy to navigate. Vehicle sales, service, parts, never been more easy to use. Think about my guy Justin Moore today. Big Edmonton Oilers fan. Went to Game 7 last night. Ooh, tough ride, tough flight back for Justin. But still, the man, the myth, the legend, and part of George Moore Chevrolet together. Let's drive.
Bold City Heating and Air is here to keep you cool this summer. Anytime, any day, whenever you need fast, reliable air conditioning service. Their friendly technicians have fully stocked work vans, so they can get your AC done on-site the same day. Rely on a family-owned Jacksonville-grown company this summer to keep your home cooling system working smarter, not harder. Experience the Bold difference. Visit BoldCityAC.com to schedule your service appointment. BoldCityAC.com.
You know, I can tell you as a guy, the number one opponent of men's health, it's hassle. How about hassle-free health coverage with Integra Concierge Medicine? Personalized, a doctor on demand, handling anything from chronic pain to allergies to sexual health. It's Integra Concierge Medicine.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Did you know a metal roof from Prime Roofing has the highest wind and impact ratings available? If you want a stronger roof, think metal. Think Prime Roofing. Learn more at PrimeRoofingFL.com. That's PrimeRoofingFL.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, Underwoods has sold fine quality diamonds for a long time. Why is that important?
Frank, if you drew a line with the poorest diamonds with the lowest prices to the left and the highest quality to the right, our diamonds are at the far right end. Now, once we know the weight, the grading factors of cut, color, and clarity have to be considered. And the one that's talked about the least, but it's the most important to us, is the diamond's cut grade, because it has a huge implication on both the price and the beauty, and thus the value. I've bought diamonds for Underwoods for over 30 years, so I know what's out there, and the cut grade's just not important to most diamond sellers. That's really been the Underwood difference, because beautifully cut diamonds result in the most important thing they can do. They bring a joy of owning and wearing a diamond, not just today, but tomorrow and into the future. That's why it's important to us.
And it should be to you too. because nothing brings more joy than a diamond from Underwoods in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra since 1928.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On June 25th, 1988, MLB Hall of Famer Cal Ripken Jr. played his 1,000th consecutive career game, all for the Baltimore Orioles.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle. Find your why in your next career move at the First Coast YMCA. Everyone can get involved and make a difference in your community at the Y. And if you'd like to turn your passion into a fulfilling career, the Y is an equal opportunity employer and is now hiring youth program leaders, lifeguards, swim instructors, and more. Plus, Y staff enjoy benefits including free YMCA membership and free childcare while you work. Find your passion, find your why in a career at fcymca.org.
Hey, it's Roger Moore, CEO of Loan Pronto. If you're like me, you're getting crushed by rising costs of everything these days. I get it. It's brutal, and credit card rates are ridiculous and going higher. That's why at Loan Pronto, we launched our Express Equity Line of Credit to bring you the relief you and your family need, using your home, your most valuable asset. We've helped thousands of people like you get fast relief with cash. The average homeowner who does this gets tens of thousands in just days and is able to save $850 per month in overall expenses. I'm talking life-changing money. Your money that you have access to right now. Listen, if you're ready to get control of your finances and get off the hamster wheel, call Loan Pronto. You can get approved for Express Equity Line of Credit in just minutes, and we can get your cash in less than a week. Stop digging a deeper credit card hole today. Call Loan Pronto now. 904-999-1508. 904-999-1508. LoanPronto.com. 904-999-1508.
Equal housing lender. NMLS 166-1781. Subject to lender approval. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org.
If you're searching for a new fence installation, challenge yourself to find a fence company with more positive online reviews than Superior Fence and Rail. With over 3,000 reviews and a 4.9 out of 5 review range, Superior Fence and Rail is, well, superior. So take the online challenge or let their professional team show you what superior service looks like. Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
SuperiorFenceandRail.com. 1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since '87.
All right, what are we cooling down with today, Jeffrey, as we wrap up the Super Tuesday edition of The Drill?
Patrick Young is
Good answer.
Texted me. I'm cooling down with Patrick Young.
Oh.
He said I sound like a curmudgeon with that Joe Burrow outfit.
He is. Patrick is a young and hip.
Patrick can pull that off. I got to be honest. I mean, a brother can pull that off. Joe Burrow, it just didn't work. E.T. could pull that off.
Yeah.
Whatever. For whatever reason you want to attach. I'm telling you, it's not a good look, Pat. Trust me. All right, I'm going down with the championship, and some oddities that kind of go along with it. I mean, we saw a championship won in hockey, and a member of the losing team was the playoffs MVP. Mm-hmm. We saw a coach win a championship in hockey, and he's got the most losses in NHL history.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of swimming upstream. And then Tennessee to win in baseball for the first time in a long time.
All right. Well, that'll wrap things up here on a Super Tuesday edition of The Drill. We're back tomorrow, Hump Day Wednesday, so get pumped up.
All right. It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Jaguars today's next.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. It begins with a dream.
Cinderella story.